Check 1-2. Check.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud.
This is Ridgefield Raptors baseball. The pregame show starts right now.
It's game 2 today between the Ridgefield Raptors and the Bellingham Bells. Thanks for joining us, everybody, from the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex, where the Raptors try to even up this first series between these two ball clubs. It was a 7-1 victory yesterday for the Bells with a pair of 3-run home runs for Bellingham, but today Ridgefield tries to get back on the right side and improve upon their 11-8 record so far in the summer of 2021. I'm Josh Warden, joining you with the play-by-play tonight. Thanks for tuning in to the Raptors live stream, whether you're listening or watching. Appreciate you joining us here for game 2 of this series and game number 20 on this season. One of these teams will either have a chance at the rubber match tomorrow or win the series in Bellingham's case. Let's get you the starting lineups here tonight for the Ridgefield Raptors. On the mound today, you'll see Joey Martin getting his first start of the season. Joey has had 4 appearances already in the year, all out of the bullpen. And Joey now getting his first start. Behind him in the batting order for when Ridgefield bats in the bottom of the first, Captain Hensley will lead off for the first time this season. He's the designated hitter today. Also for the first time, batting second and playing left field is Reese Hernandez out of San Jose State University. Batting third and in right field out of Cal State Fullerton is Caden Connor. Batting fourth, the first baseman out of Cypress College, Kobe Morales. Batting fifth, the catcher from Seattle University is Grant Heiser, who's on a 6-game hitting streak. Batting sixth, getting his first start at third base this summer out of Rutgers University is Brad Norton. In the 7-hole, the second baseman from Oregon State University, the 19-year-old Brady Casper. He was getting a second start at home here this summer. Batting eighth, his Oregon State teammate playing center field, Micah McDowell. And batting ninth out of Linfield University, going back to the shortstop position for Ridgefield, is Tanner Jocks, the 9-hole hitter. Joey Martin on the mound. The players he will face here in the top of the first inning will start with Daniel Jernin, the left fielder out of Lower Columbia College. Then the two-hole hitter out of Northwestern Oklahoma State, Yugo Hamakawa. And batting third out of Tulane University is Luis Aviles. There's the lineups for you for Adam Gieslin's crew for Bellingham and Chris Coda's squad for the Ridgefield Raptors. Glad that you're joining us. Ridgefield in the red home uniforms today, bookended by the white caps and white pants, and Bellingham in the teal tops and the gray bottoms. Joey Martin, his first start of the season, and pumps in a fastball for a strike. Martin works with a four-seamer, a cutter, a changeup, and a curveball. Recently committed to a new school. Joey is going on to his fourth year in college. The 0-1 pitch is down low to Daniel Jernin. 1-1 the count. Joey Martin, who just committed 4 days ago to University of Arkansas Little Rock, so he's on to a new school this upcoming year. And now out of the being the starting pitcher today for the first time, mostly a reliever at Dallas Baptist, his most recent school. Throws outside and low. It's 2-1 from Joey Martin, a left-hander. Now pitching for Ridgefield for the second time. He was on the squad back in 2019 as well. And the lefty throws the 2-1 pitch and misses just outside. 3-1 now the count from Joey Martin. 6 foot 185, originally from Comfort, Texas, born in Minnesota. Played at Kansas State for a year, then at McLennan Community College, then on to Dallas Baptist, and now UALR. 3-1 pitch, sliced backwards and foul. It's a full count to the leadoff man, Daniel Jernin, out of Lower Columbia College. Joey Martin it was the connection from McLennan Community College, which is in Texas, that got him to Arkansas Little Rock. One of his coaches at McLennan went to Little Rock, and so asked him if he wanted to join, so he's going to Little Rock. And he throws in the payoff pitch on the inside corner, and Joey Martin gets a leadoff strikeout looking, one away here in the top of the first inning. Joey Martin, who had 67 strikeouts 2 years ago in 2019, that was more than any other player in the summer of 2019 in the West Coast League. And he's already up to 17 on this season, and he wasn't even on the roster at the beginning of the year. Came in from DBU, finishing out their season. Throws a ball to Yugo Hamakawa out of Tokyo, Japan. Plays for Northwestern Oklahoma State. Left-handed hitter against southpaw pitcher. 1-0 is down low. Martin behind 2-0. 1 out, nobody on, just getting started in the top of the first inning here from Ridgefield. The Raptors losing yesterday 7-1 to the Bellingham Bells, who have Hamakawa to the plate and slices one foul. He came up to the plate in the first inning yesterday and had a man on who had walked in the first. That was Jernin. And did a hit and run. Hamakawa placing it perfectly to the shortstop, who had vacated the position to cover second. The 2-1 pitch to Hamakawa, lasers it to left field. Backpedaling is Hernandez, and Reese makes the catch, backing up. Kept his chest towards home plate and just backpedaled a few steps and made the catch. 2 down. This time Daniel Jernin thought he'd drawn a leadoff walk for the second straight day, but he was rung up looking, and then Hamakawa flies out. So 2 down here in the top of the first inning. And Luis Aviles to the bat, the designated hitter out of Tulane University, 5'11", 200-pounder from Palmetto Bay, Florida. First pitch from Joey Martin, a fastball strike at 92 miles an hour. 2 outs, nobody on base. Outfield playing straight up, same for the infield. With a new middle infield combination, Tanner Jocks at short, Brady Casper at second, the double play combo. Inside on the 0-1 from Joey Martin. John Peck getting the day off today. First time he's had a day off this summer, and well-deserved for the Pepperdine Wave, although we could see him later in this game, but not starting. 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and Joey Martin is ahead 1-2, with the fastball missing the barrel of Luis Aviles, who yesterday went 2 for 4 with a 3-run home run. Bellingham, a 3-run homer in their first and last innings yesterday. Aviles also drew a walk for an RBI yesterday, hits one high and foul. And it stays a 1-2 count with 2 outs and nobody on base. So Aviles had RBIs by 2 different methods, RBI walk and RBI homer. And that kind of broke the game open in the 9th inning when it was still close to the end until Bellingham got that 3-run home run, made the game look a little higher of a margin than it really was. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Aviles goes down on strikes, and Joey Martin punches out 2 in the first inning. He faces the minimum here in the first, and Ridgefield maintains a scoreless ball game. Yesterday gave up 3 runs in the first inning. Today, Joey Martin puts up a goose egg in the top of the first. We head to the bottom of the first inning from Ridgefield.
A lot has changed in Clark County since C-Tran began service in 1981. We've changed with it. 30 bus routes, 2 bus rapid transit projects, and millions of rides later, C-Tran has grown into an award-winning transit system serving Clark County, including the city limits of Ridgefield. Please join C-Tran in celebrating an amazing 40 years serving you, our community, with activities happening in 2021. Look for details at c-tran.com, and thank you for 40 great years.
Ridgefield Main Street thanks you for supporting the Raptors and downtown, the heart of Ridgefield. Spend the moolah you win at the game at downtown shops and restaurants. Upcoming events include Main Street Day, C-Tran Shuttle Downtown Tailgate, and the Friday Night Flicks Outdoor Film Series. We are a nonprofit organization dedicated to preserving the cultural heritage of downtown Ridgefield while advocating for its future. More information at ridgefieldmainstreet.com and find us on Facebook at Ridgefield Main Street. We'll see you downtown, and go Raptors!
Just a couple days away from getting full capacity here at the Rourke. All July and August games. Mandates kind of lifting, and so you can get tickets for all seats at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. You can already purchase them here at the stadium on ridgefieldraptors.com. All seats available in July and August. Tomorrow's the last home game in June, and then Ridgefield plays at home on 4th of July against the Corvallis Knights. Leading off for the Ridgefield Raptors in the bottom of the first inning, Tafton Hensley, who shows bunt and drops it in front of home plate. The throw from the catcher, from the catcher, Sam Perry, is off the glove of the first baseman, Hinkleman. And Tafton Hensley is safe at first on a first pitch bunt, and he kind of popped up in front of the plate. And Sam Perry came out of his crouch and let it bounce, threw it to first, off the glove of Hinkleman, and Hensley's safe at first. So he's batting leadoff for the first time this season, and wastes no time to lay down a bunt, gets a board. And now Reese Hernandez on base, infield and double play depth. Hensley likely to steal, and he goes off in the first pitch, another bunt, and it's down the third baseline, touched foul. And just barely foul, so 2 pitches, 2 bunts by the Raptors. And it was a good bunt by Hernandez, just barely fouled down the third baseline in good positioning, as Hensley was also stealing on the play. Goes down as a hit for Tafton Hensley, so a drag bunt single. He's on first, an 0-1 count to Reese Hernandez out of San Jose State. He's on a 6-game hitting streak. Yesterday went 2 for 3 in the ball game. Hitting 322 on the year. 0-1 pitch is down low from Trevin Hope, starting pitcher today for the Bellingham Bells. Right-hander out of Bellevue Community College. 6'5", 185, is originally from Blaine, Washington. Getting his 4th start on the year for the Bellingham Bells. 1-1 the count to Reese Hernandez in a scoreless tie, bottom of the first. The pitch is laced over the second baseman into right center field. Tafton Hensley will race to third base. The throw in from the right fielder Corona gets him sliding into third, not in time, and Reese Hernandez takes an extra base. It's runners on second and third with nobody out in the first inning. Reese Hernandez bashes one over the second baseman into right center. Reese has not had an extra base hit in quite a while, not since June 15th. I'm guessing they'll give him a single in advance on the throw, but most importantly ends up at second base, so as good as a double. And Hensley gets into third. So Hernandez, who tried to bunt to begin that at-bat, turns out to have done much better than a bunt. Now runners in second and third. Caden Connor to the plate, who's already second in the league in RBIs. Could make a run for first here. He's got 2 runners in scoring position. Takes a ball right above the belt buckle. Jordan Shepard, our home plate umpire tonight. Andrew Mervin, the arbiter, out in the field. In this bottom of the first inning, no score. That might be changing soon, depending on what Caden Connor can do. Kobe Morales is on deck. And the cleanup hitter, fresh off his day off yesterday, so a well-rested Kobe Morales. 1-0 the count to Caden Connor. Here's the pitch from Hope. It's laced into center field, high and not that deep, but might be deep enough to get a run. The center fielder Knight makes the catch. Hensley tags and races home. No throw at the plate. It's an RBI sac fly for Caden Connor, and and the Raptors take the first lead in this ball game. It's 1-0. Hensley scoring after getting aboard via a bunt. 2 batters later, he's home. Reese Hernandez holds at second on the play. 1 out in the inning, and Kobe Morales to the plate. Morales, who got the day off yesterday, he's hitting .353 on the year, comes out of Cypress College with 1 out and a man on second, an off-speed pitch that misses up high. Trevin Hope, who has a fastball, curveball, changeup, and a slider. Pitching for Bellevue Community College on the year here in the West Coast League. He's got a 2.25 ERA, but he's already given up 1 earned run here in the bottom of the first inning. 1-0 pitch by Morales is ripped down the right field line. It lands fair. Morales will dig for second. It'll be an RBI. Hernandez can walk home. Morales easily into second. It's an RBI double for the Downey, California native. Kobe Morales gets up to 19 runs batted in on the year. It's 2-0. The Raptors lead. Scores Reese Hernandez from second base. Already 3 hits in the inning and a sac fly. So everybody's been productive so far. Next up is Grant Heiser, the catcher at Seattle University. Runner on second, 1 out. Heiser takes a ball down low. Grant, who's hitting .381. He has yet to go hitless in a ball game. This is his 7th game of the year. Went 3 for 6 in his debut. Has had exactly 1 hit in every game since then. He's ahead 1-0. The Raptors leading 2-0 here in the first inning. 1 out so far. Morales at second base. Heiser takes a slider outside. 2-0 is the count. So Morales getting his 8th double of the year. He's now up to 31 hits. That's more than any other player in the West Coast League. And leading John Peck by 3 now, and John getting the day off today, so putting some distance. Here's the 2-0 pitch inside to Grant Heiser, 3-0. If he gets a walk, it will not push Morales ahead, but that will put extra runners on the base paths, and Brad Norton is on deck. Getting his 2nd start of the year. Trevin Hope comes set. The lanky right-hander working out of the stretch with a 3-0 pitch-up coming with 1 out. Throws and catches the corner on the outside half at 90 miles an hour. It's 3-1 to Grant Heiser, who's 8 for 21 on the year. He's got 1 double, just 1 RBI. Hasn't had a ton of RBI opportunities. He's been better at getting on base and letting the other guys hit him in. He scored 8 times. And he has 8 hits. Runner on second, 1 out. 3-1 upcoming from Trevin Hope. Big hole in right center field. Heiser takes another strike. Now the count is full to Grant, who's using Cody Darcy's bat. He broke his. Well, he has a bomb bat, which are known for not breaking very easily, but it's splintering. So he's using his teammates. And perhaps Cody Darcy's bat will be good luck for him. He's got a payoff pitch upcoming with 1 out and a runner in scoring position. Breaking ball drops into the zone. And it's strike 3 on Grant Heiser. And brings up Brad Norton. Still a runner on second, 2 outs. 2 runs have come in this inning here in the first. Yesterday, Bellingham scored 3 in the first inning and never trailed the rest of the game. Today, Ridgefield has the 3rd run of the inning in scoring position. Even if they don't get him home, a 2 spot is not bad. But still 8 innings to go, and whatever distance you can get would be helpful over Bellingham, which won 7-1 yesterday. Brad Norton at the plate, and the first pitch is a ball to Brad, who started yesterday, his first start of the season. Came in late, finishing out his time at Rutgers University, rehabbing a back injury, but feels good and getting ready to go and at full capacity now. Went 1 for 4 with a double yesterday in his first start of the summer. He's ahead 1-0 from Trevin Hope, who throws a bit outside and high, ball 2 at 88 miles an hour. Kobe Morales still at second after his double here in the first inning. Has scored the 2nd run of the inning. Brad Norton going into his 5th year of college this upcoming year. He's still only a redshirt sophomore. On his 3rd different college so far. I'll go back to Rutgers this upcoming year. 2-0 pitch is on the outside half. Strike 1 to Brad Norton, who started out his college career at Nevada. Never played for the Wolfpack, redshirted his 1 year, then went to Ohlone College and enjoyed it there. In fact, that's how he ended up both at Rutgers. It helped him get some exposure there, but also how he ended up at Ridgefield because his hitting coach at Ohlone knows Jason Crone, who's the director of baseball here at the Raptors, and so that's how he connected and came up here to Southwest Washington. 2-1 pitch off the hands and foul. It was running a bit high and inside, but Norton took a crack at it and fouled it into the netting. Strike 2 on Brad. Norton will have some family in Bend, and although Ridgefield has already played both their West Coast League series against Bend, including the one right before, Norton does have a non-league series against the Bend Elks, one game of which is down in Bend, so he'll be able to go down there for the series upcoming. 2-2 pitches, sliced foul, stays alive at 2-2. 2 outs, runner on second, 2 runs in this first inning. 2-0 lead for the Raptors. Just one game in Bend, that's next week. After the first half of the season concludes, Ridgefield at 11-8 on the year, play their last game of the first half on Sunday, and then a non-league series against the Bend Elks next weekend, where it's 1 game in the road and 2 games here at the Rourke. 2-2 pitch from Trevin Hope as a slider slap foul wide of Nick Allen, the first base coach, and another 2-2 pitch will upcome to Bradley Norton, who started out up ahead 2-0 and has since taken a strike and then fouled 3 pitches off. So lucky number 7 upcoming from Trevin Hope, 7th pitch of the at-bat. On deck is Brady Casper. Norton trying to bring him up if he can get on base on a pitch inside that almost hit him. Turns away from it, and it's a full count with 2 outs. Raptors leading 2-0. Kobe Morales hoping to score for the 17th time this season. Norton hoping to get his first RBI of the year. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here comes Hope, and a check swing, and just outside. Norton holds back, and it barely missed. Trevin Hope is disappointed. The pitcher concedes a 2-out walk, and it puts runners in first and second here. Seven-pitch base on balls. Brady Casper to the plate. 6'2", 200-pound, 19-year-old out of Oregon State University. He's 2 for 18 on the year. Had a double in his debut. And now trying to get something else hit well into the outfield if he can score a run or two. And he takes a first pitch swing. It's hit to the first baseman, kind of weakly hit. And the first baseman will take it to the bag, and he's safe. Hinkelman kind of waited too long. The pitcher did not cover, and then Hinkelman realized, I've got to go there myself, and by the time he got to the bag, Brady Casper had just barely gotten there, and good hustle by Brady Casper to not give up on the ground ball. That looked like it would be a routine play, and Brady Casper ran it out, and that's why you run it out, kids. Keep going. You might be safe, because you don't know what's going to happen, and now it's bases loaded. And another Oregon State Beaver to the plate. Micah McDowell takes a strike. It goes down as an error on the play. On the first baseman, although that arguably is more the pitcher's fault, but understandably E3 on the play. Bases loaded, 2 outs. McDowell takes down low, 1-1 the count. So that pushes Brad Norton to second and Kobe Morales to third. 2 runs have already come in this inning. Taffin Hensley and Reese Hernandez both scored. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Trevin Hope. The right-hander throws a strike to McDowell, left-handed hitter out of Halifax, Nova Scotia, where it's been much more mild when we were in the middle of the 115-degree day down in Portland. It was in the mid-70s over in Nova Scotia. But Micah enduring the hot weather here today, much more cool in Ridgefield. 1-2 pitch, in on the hands, jammed him, swings, and doesn't get it. And Micah McDowell strikes out to end the inning. Ridgefield brings up 8 hitters in the frame. They scored 2 runs on 3 hits and 3 left on here in the inning. We head to the top of the second. It's the Raptors taking a 2-0 lead.
This is WSU Vancouver, Southwest Washington's only 4-year research university. Whether in person or via distance delivery, WSU Vancouver offers high-quality education and an employer-respected degree. You'll get a small school feel and the kind of place where you know you matter. Here, you'll get personalized education that brings out the best in you and inspires you to achieve your highest goals. Now, what are you waiting for? Apply today.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Well, yesterday Bellingham scored multiple runs in the first inning. A little bit of redemption here for Ridgefield. 2-0 is the score after one inning of play here at the Rourke. The Raptors scoring two and now take to the field as Joey Martin returns to the mound. Gave up nothing in the first inning, struck out two in a 3-up, 3-down inning to start out. He'll face the cleanup hitter Cole Hinkleman to start out the second inning. The 6'4", 215-pound first baseman from Stanford played 10 games for the Cardinal this spring and now playing for the Bellingham Bells. Left-hand hitter to open up the second inning against southpaw Joey Martin, who laces a strike in the zone from Joey Martin, who is making his fifth appearance on the year. Gave up 4 earned runs last appearance, so his ERA rose a bit to 6.48 is where he sits right now. There was a ball on the second pitch to Hinkleman. 1-1 the count, just starting out the top of the second inning. Raptors leading 2-0. Martin with 16 strikeouts coming in, 9 walks, 6 hits. So he's not giving up a lot of well-hit balls this year. Throws a slider for a strike. Or the cutter probably, because I don't think he throws a slider very often, although the cutter kind of has a slider-like movement, moves laterally away from the hitter. Now he's ahead 1-2 and just misses below the knees. It is 2-2 from Joey Martin. Does wear the glasses if you look closely. He wears prescription glasses. He's wearing contacts sometimes. Started wearing the glasses about a year ago. He's nearsighted. Sometimes at night it's hard to see the signals from the catcher. 2-2 pitch, off speed, a half swing, missed it, and Joey Martin has struck out 3 of the first 4 batters he sees. 1 away here in the top of the second inning. Now he'll face a recent high school grad and Malachi Knight, an incoming freshman at University of California, Los Angeles. The incoming Bruin out of Marysville, Washington, made his debut yesterday. Now in his 5th at-bat of the season, swings and misses the first pitch from Joey Martin. He went 0 for 4 yesterday, did Malachi Knight. He's playing center field today. Martin in the windup. Throws the breaking ball for a strike, drops down to 73 miles an hour. That's about a 17-mile-an-hour drop from the fastball as you're loading up for 90, and then you got to wait on 73. Here's the 0-2 from Joey. Goes back to the fastball. It's hit late and foul. Malachi Knight staying alive, but he's behind 0-2. 1 out, nobody on, second inning. Ridgefield taking a 2-0 lead. The Raptors were on a 3-game winning streak into the Portland series, then lost the last 2 against Portland and the first one against Bellingham. So a 3-game winning streak turns to a 3-game losing streak. Off-speed drops below the zone to Malachi Knight. It's 1-2 from Joey Martin, 1 out. And so Ridgefield splitting their last 6 games. They had previously gotten swept by Yakima Valley and then swept Bend. This one's crushed to left field, high in the air, but not deep. It's just a towering fly ball, and it goes to Reese Hernandez, who makes the catch in left field with the wind blowing pretty strong towards right field. So the fly ball is to left, not being helped out by the wind. 2 down here in the second inning. Both innings, Joey Martin started out with a strikeout, then he got a fly out to left. That was the case both in the first and the second innings. Next batter swings and misses. Ty Saunders behind 0-1, sophomore at University of Portland. He's batting 172 on the year. Last inning, Martin went strikeout, fly out to left field, strikeout. This inning, he's gone strikeout, fly out to left field, and now throws the ball. He's behind, or even 1-1. So he's got to get a strikeout and match the first inning, or any out will do. Infield playing straight up. Same for the outfield. 1-1 pitch from Joey off speed and just missed it. Skips away from Grant Heiser, who's catching Joey Martin for the second time that they've matched up with each other in the Yakima Valley series. Grant Heiser spent, I think it was 12 innings in his debut. Yeah, he spent all 12 innings in his first game. behind the dish. 2-1 pitch from Martin gets away from him, and it's now 3-1 from Joey to Ty Saunders. Heiser then caught Joey Martin in the 10th inning of that game. That was the first time they had been battery mates, and now today, Joey Martin getting his first start of the season, and Grant Heiser, the catcher. 3-1 pitch upcoming from Joey Martin, throws just above the belt, and he's allowed his first base runner today. Not many guys get hits off of Joey. Your best bet is to get a walk. This is 10th walk allowed in the season. He's also struck out 19. So the ratio is not bad, but it could be even better with how many strikeouts he's posted on the year. 19 to this point. He led the West Coast League in strikeouts 2 seasons ago. Throws to first to Kobe Morales, and Saunders gets back. 2-out walk for Ty Saunders. A.J. Davis is the next batter, the Clarkston, Washington native, on to Lewis Clark State in Idaho. Hitting 180, went 0 for 3 yesterday, the right-hand hitter. Take the first pitch from Joey Martin and takes a quarter swing and did not go around. Ball 1 to A.J. Davis. 6'2" senior, has a cousin who's a football player, played at Utah, Chase Hansen. Went on to play in the NFL, currently with the New Orleans Saints. And his cousin A.J. Davis at the plate, playing for Bellingham. The Ridgefield Raptors leading 2-0 in this ball game, top of the second. Joey Martin looks over at first, comes to the plate, and it's hit foul behind home. 1-1 is the count from Joey Martin. Pitched a scoreless first inning and has yet to allow a hit. Facing the 7th batter in the Bellingham lineup, Ridgefield got 8 batters to the plate in the first inning alone. 2 runs come in. They do leave the bases loaded. But 2 runs is a good start. That's already more runs than yesterday in total. Here's the 1-1 from Joey Martin. It's up high. Yesterday, Ridgefield stranding 11 on base. It's one of the first times this year where they didn't score a lot and left a lot on the plate around the base paths. They've stranded a lot of runners at different points this season, but it hasn't always come back to bite them. They stranded 17 in one game, 15 in another, but both of those were wins. The 2-1 pitch from Joey Martin is on the inside corner. It's 2-2. 2 outs, runner on first here in the second inning. 2-0 lead for the Raptors. But yesterday was one of the first times where it was really, okay, that really came back to kind of feel like the difference, and it was a 3-run game into the 9th inning. Bellingham added 3 more in the 9th to make the margin look a bit bigger. So it was a 7-1 final score. 2-2 pitch, off-speed hit up in the air and behind the press box. Off the bat of A.J. Davis. Stays a 2-2 count here in the second inning with 2 down. Ridgefield just 1 extra base hit yesterday. It was Brad Norton. Ridgefield still out-hit Bellingham yesterday, 9-8. But today, they've gotten 3 hits to Bellingham's none, and they've already gotten an extra base hit today on the Morales double, who did not play yesterday, and making an impact here early. 2-2 pitch, hit foul, and Davis stays alive. Kobe Morales getting the day off. John Peck gets the day off today. Morales was off yesterday and appears to be well rested. Ripped a double down the right field line in his first at-bat today, so it worked out perfectly to give him an extra day, and I'm sure John Peck will come back tomorrow and hit 3 doubles tomorrow, or whatever it may be. And who knows, John Peck may come in today. He's in uniform and ready to go, but just not in the starting lineup. 2-2 is thrown, but not counted. Time was called as Martin was going into his delivery. He still threw the ball, and at the upper part of the zone had it counted, but it will not go into the record book. And it's a non-pitch that never existed. 2 outs, 2-2 pitch, runner on first. Raptors leading 2-0. Heiser sets in the outside half, swung on and missed into the glove on the foul tip, in fact, and Joey Martin has struck out 2 in each inning. We're through 2 innings for the Raptors and Joey Martin. We head to the bottom of the second. It's the Bellingham Bells 0 and the Ridgefield Raptors 2.
At Clark Public Utilities, we know you depend on electricity every day. And even though our offices remain closed, we're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, by phone, online, and email. The past year has brought changes to many in our community, with lost jobs or reduced working hours, disrupted childcare, and the challenge of teaching the kids. If you've been financially impacted by the pandemic and can't pay your utility bill, call us or send an email right away. Eligibility for payment assistance has been expanded so more households may qualify. Through it all, we're always here to provide you with safe and reliable service, and we're ready to help. Clark Public Utilities, ranked highest in customer satisfaction among residential mid-sized utilities in the West by J.D. Power, 13 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2020 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Clark Public Utilities, we're always here.
Good start so far for the Ridgefield Raptors here in this middle game of the three-game series from the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. Bellingham winning yesterday. The Raptors trying to even it up here, and they've started out on the right foot, taking a 2-0 lead into the second inning. Another 0 on the scoreboard in the second, so we head to the bottom half of inning number 2. And the only guy for Ridgefield, which is yet to come up to the plate today, Tanner Jocks, the 9-hole hitter, takes a ball outside from Trevin Hope. And it's 1-0 to Tanner Jocks, who did not play yesterday, got the day off, goes back to the starting lineup here, hitting the 9-hole and the shortstop. Takes a strike at the upper part of the strike zone from Trevin Hope, who gave up 2 earned runs in the first inning. And Tanner Jocks trying to start out in the second inning with some more damage here. The 1-1 from Trevin Hope is on the outside corner just barely. Jocks, who's hitting .304 on the year. It's his on-base percentage that's most impressive for him. A .431 on-base percentage. He walks more than anybody other than Will Chambers on this team. 1-2 pitch is outside, 2-2. Will is also getting the day off. Hope to see him back before too long, but he may take a few days and get set. Tanner Jocks at short. And the designated hitter today is Tafton Hensley, filling in for his College of the Canyons teammate. Jocks takes high, and it's a full count to Tanner out of Linfield University, 5'10", 165. And a good guy to have leading off an inning with that on-base percentage, and that'll increase a little bit more as he takes a ball outside for a walk. And Tanner Jocks draws his 14th walk of the season, and most of them have been of late for Tanner. He was not walking all that much earlier in the year, and something just changed a few days ago. He drew 4 walks in the same game. He draws a leadoff walk here. He drew 4 walks, including one of them bases loaded, then drew 2 more the next day, and then 1 more the day after that, and he's already drawn 1 today. That's his last 4 games. Have been 8 of his 14 walks. Here's the first pitch to Tafton Hensley as we turn the lineup over. And he takes a strike. 0-1's the count, just the second pitch that Tafton Hensley has seen today. He bunted on the very first pitch of the bottom of the first inning, got on board with a single, later scored. He takes a half swing and did go around. He's behind 0-2 from Trevin Hope. Tanner Jocks on first base as we open up the second inning. It's a 2-0 lead for Ridgefield. Jocks is taking a medium-sized lead over at first. Hope out of the stretch, looking over his shoulder towards him, throws the 0-2. It's hit high in the air and foul. Tafton Hensley scored his 9th run of the season in the first inning. Bunted, got aboard. Reese Hernandez singled him around to third. And then a sac fly, followed by a double. Kobe Morales getting the RBI extra base hit. And that's how we got to 2-0. The 0-2 from Trevin Hope, and a second 0-2 of this at-bat runs outside to Tafton Hensley. Tafton's had some big days of late. He went 3 for 5 in the opener against Portland. That was the most recent series, including a 3-run home run. The next day he went 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, then got the day off, and then yesterday went 2 for 4 with a home run. So been able to come back, takes a pitch up high. 2-2's the count to Tafton. Runner on first, nobody out. Bottom of the second. Hensley has hit 2 home runs now in his last 3 starts. He didn't think either of them would get out. One of them carried to right field with the wind. One of them carried to left. He thought both of them were fly balls, but they both got out for his 2 home runs this year. 2-2 pitch, drops, but stays high on the off speed from Trevin Hope. It's a full count to Tafton Hensley. Trevin Hope had a full count to Tanner Jocks, got away from him, and he walked him. Now he's got a payoff pitch to the second batter of the inning, Tafton Hensley. Tanner Jocks goes. Hensley hits it high in the air and foul. Jocks read the pitch well, the delivery, and he started to break for it before Trevin Hope even went into his delivery. Hensley fouls it off, and we'll see another 3-2 pitch with no outs here in the bottom of the second. Tanner Jocks takes his lead. Trevin Hope keeping an eye on him this time. Comes to the plate, it's swung on and hit in the air towards right field, tailing towards the line to the warning track and backing up to the fence and making the catch with his back to the wall just a couple of feet in front of the fence is Emilio Corona. The right fielder brings it in. It's out number 1 in the second inning. Reese Hernandez to the plate with Tanner Jocks getting back to first base. 1 out. Still a 2-0 lead for Ridgefield. That one continued to carry, and the result that Tafton Hensley probably thought he would get. He hit 2 fly balls, and both of them he thought would die before the track, and that one finally did do that, and just in front of the wall. Reese Hernandez to the plate, 1 for 1 on the day, takes a strike at the belt. He singled in the first inning and ended up scoring. Got to second base on the play. Wasn't an extra base hit, just a single and then advance on the throw, but still did similar damage. He had 4 doubles early in the year, had doubles in 3 consecutive games earlier this month, June 12th, 13th, and 15th, in 3 straight games. But he has not had an extra base hit since then, but he's been hitting well. In fact, his batting average has increased over that span. The 0-1 pitch misses. Infield and double play depth with 1 out runner on first. Bottom of the second inning, 2-0 lead for the Raptors. Reese Hernandez had a .310 average when that streak started June 12th. Had 3 straight doubles, and no extra base hits, but the average increased to .322. Now, 1-1 pitch hit hard to left center field, tailing towards the wall. It'll drop in front of the warning track for a base hit. Tanner Jocks turns and goes to third. Reese Hernandez cruises standing up into second base. It's runners on second and third with 1 out here for the Ridgefield Raptors in the bottom of the second inning. Reese Hernandez again gets into second base and puts the lead runner at first. And the Raptors threatening again, only 1 out in the inning. Give him a double on the play, his first extra base hit in 15 days. And he continues to increase that batting average. He's 2 for 2 in the contest. Caden Connor, who got his 21st RBI last inning, nearing the West Coast League lead. And he's got RBI opportunities here with runners in second and third. He had the same situation last inning. First pitch is up high. Ball 1 to Caden. 1 out, 2-0 lead for the Raptors. Caden Connor for the second straight inning coming to the plate with runners on second and third and less than 2 outs. Last time he hit a fly ball directly to the center fielder who stayed put, made the catch, and it scored Tafton Hensley. This time a sac fly would still work. There's 1 out. 1-0 pitch upcoming from Trevin Hope. It is in for a strike, 1-1. Infield shaded towards the middle, trying to prevent a ground ball towards center field. They're essentially in double play depth, a little bit more deep, so a ground ball to the middle infielders should score a run, but they will likely hold Reese Hernandez from scoring if a ground ball's up the middle if they can stop it. 1-1 pitch is hammered towards the second baseman through the hole into the outfield. This will score 1, maybe 2. Hernandez coming around third. He will score without a throw. It's a 2 RBI single for Caden Connor. He's got 3 ribbies on the day, and it is now a 4-0 ball game. The Raptors take a 2 more run lead. Caden Connor hits it right where the second baseman normally would be, but they were shifted up the middle, and Connor gets a 2 RBI single. It's 4-0. Hernandez scores easily. Tanner Jocks cruising from third. Brings up Kobe Morales with still only 1 out here in the second inning. 4-0 is the score. Morales takes it, first pitch swinging, hits it to left center. It drops in the gap. It'll go to the left fielder, Jernan, cuts it off, throws it in, and Morales digging for second, and the throw gets by the second baseman all the way behind third base, and now Caden Connor will sprint for home. He'll score standing up, and Kobe Morales gets into third. It's a 5-0 ball game as Kobe Morales laces one to left field and went aggressively to second. The throw is in time to get him, but the throw got by the second baseman, Hamakawa, who did not field it cleanly. It got all the way past the the first baseline to the backstop, and Caden Connor scored. Morales into third. Give him a single and then advance on the error all the way to third. Caden Connor scores. It's 5-0. And now Grant Heiser to the plate. He takes the first pitch, and finally a moment to breathe after Ridgefield continues to swing at the first pitch and do damage with it. And so it's 5-0 now. 6 hits in the ball game so far. 3 last inning, 3 this inning. Still only 1 out in the second. Heiser takes ball 1 to Grant. 1-1, 1 out. Morales at third. They'll give Morales a double on the play. He was going for second. The hit did not get behind the left fielder. He cut it off in left center. It'll go down as a double for Morales, who now has 2 doubles on the day. And Grant Heiser swings and clips it backwards. It's 1-2. The run scored by Caden Connor will still be unearned since he only got to third originally, then the error scored him. So Morales advances to third on the error, E4. Runner on third, 1 out, a 1-2 count to Grant Heiser. Trevin Hope throws, breaking ball down, blocked by Ezra Samperi. So Kobe Morales, a pair of doubles on the day. He's up to 9, which ties him at first place in the West Coast League with Caden Connor, the guy he just scored, who also has 9. 2-2 the count to Grant Heiser, who swings and lifts one to right field and fairly deep. This will take the right fielder to the warning track, to the wall, and he reaches up to make the catch. Kobe Morales tags from third, and he will score without a throw. And Grant Heiser gets his second RBI of the year. It's a 6-0 ball game. The bases are empty now on what has been an active inning for the Ridgefield Raptors. 4 runs in the frame. Morales comes home as the 4th runner. And an RBI sac fly for Grant Heiser. It's the Raptors 6 and the Bells 0. Norton, the batter, and takes a strike here with 2 outs. Nobody on base finally, as this inning started with a walk by Tanner Jocks. And there have been runners on the base paths ever since. Finally, the second out of the inning is recorded, and Brad Norton takes a swing and fouls it back. 0-2 to Brad, who walked in the first inning. Now in his second at-bat of his second start. Bases empty, 2 outs, 4 runs this frame at 6-0. The pitch from Hope is upstairs, 1-2 to Brad Norton. So Trevin Hope getting hit around a little bit. He had a good ERA, 2.25 coming in. The 0-2 pitch is swung on, hit up the middle. Not very hard hit. The shortstop Saunders Field sidearms to first in time. And the inning is over. Ridgefield brings up 7 batters in the frame. And on 3 hits in the inning, they don't strand any this time and score 4. We go to the 3rd inning. It's the Raptors 6, the Bellingham Bells 0.
Warmer weather is here, and what better way to enjoy a summer day than with a trip to the ballpark to watch exciting Ridgefield Raptors baseball. Don't miss the action on the diamond as the Ridgefield Raptors battle other Western League rivals for the championship. This safe outdoor event is a perfect outing for you and your friends. Peace Health is a proud sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors, with a team of medical experts on deck to provide your family the care you need. Treat your family to an exciting night at the ballpark and make it part of your healthy, active summer. Peace Health and Ridgefield Raptors baseball, a great double play.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Thanks for joining us here on the Raptors live streams. We head to the 3rd inning from the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. Joey Martin back to the mound with some early run support in his first start as a Ridgefield Raptor this season. Started a fair amount in 2019. Been out of the bullpen this year. Is mainly used as a reliever at Dallas Baptist. He's on to a new school. I asked him, are you going to be more a starter or reliever at Arkansas Little Rock? He says, however they use me, don't care, but I like starting, and here he is. He's gone 2 scoreless so far, no hits allowed, and we start at the top of the 3rd inning with a ball just upstairs to the leadoff man this frame, Emilio Corona. Well, Ridgefield has already gone through the lineup and then some today. This is Corona's first at-bat of the day. He lifts a fly ball into right field. This will take Caden Connor to the warning track to the fence, and goodbye. Leadoff homer for Emilio Corona. Gets his first dinger of the year, and the Bellingham Bells are on the board. It's 6-1. The Raptors still lead. 3rd home run in the series for Bellingham, all of which have been to right field with the wind. And it's 6-1. The Raptors still lead it, but Emilio Corona out of University of Washington gets the homer to start out the 3rd inning. Yesterday, Bellingham's homers were more dangerous, a pair of 3-run bombs. This time just a solo homer. Joey Martin allowing his first hit of the ball game. Throws a ball down low to Ezra Samperi, the catcher out of Gonzaga. So Bellingham cuts into the lead in the top of the 3rd inning. Martin throws a ball and then gets behind 2-0, down and in on the 2nd delivery to Samperi, who's 4 for 21 on the year, getting his first playing time here in this series in his first at-bat against Ridgefield. Martin kicks, and it's fouled back, 2-1 out the bat of Ezra Samperi. Ridgefield 11-8 on the year, 2nd place in the Southern Division. 2-1 pitch, breaking ball in for a strike from Joey Martin, who's already struck out 4 in this ball game, facing his 9th hitter right now. Corvallis lost yesterday, so even with Ridgefield's defeat, they hang within 3 games of the ninth. Breaking ball that is a little bit low. It runs the count full. Nobody out, top of the 3rd inning. Nobody on base. 6-1 lead for the Ridgefield Raptors. Out of the windup, Joey Martin throws. It's sliced foul. And Samperi stays alive. The native of Gresham, Oregon. Ridgefield has a player from Gresham themselves, Jared Hunter. From Damascus, to be particular. Another payoff pitch, again fouled. Behind home plate this time. And it'll stay a 3-2 situation for Ezra Samperi. And nobody on base and no outs. Joey Martin, who went strikeout, flyout, strikeout in the 1st inning, then strikeout, flyout, walk, strikeout in the 2nd inning. 2 scoreless frames, and then a home run here, and then sliced on this payoff pitch, and Samperi continues to foul off pitches and extend the at-bat. 4th foul of the plate appearance. 9th pitch upcoming from Joey Martin. Peers into Grant Heiser. Joey with the payoff pitch, hitting it towards the 2nd baseman and over Norton's head into right field. And it is a single with nobody out for Ezra Samperi. First 2 guys reach for the Bellingham Bells. A solo homer to lead off. And then a no-out single for Samperi. Back to the top of the order, and Daniel Jernin to the plate, who struck out looking in the 1st. Out of Lower Columbia College, the 21-year-old has a 2nd shot at Joey Martin, who's still only allowed 1 run here. Winner of the first half in the West Coast League gets a playoff berth. Winner of the second half gets a playoff berth. That is the first and second halves of the schedule. 48 games in WCL play. So the first 24 games marking the halfway point, and one team has already earned a playoff berth by that point. That'll be Sunday for the Raptors. Few teams have some games to catch up on as the schedules got turned around with the Canadian team shutting down. So some teams will play their 24th game a bit later, but they'll all get there at some point as Joey Martin throws outside 1-0. Nobody out, 1 on first. A 6-1 lead for the Raptors. Corvallis Knights winning the championship 4 years in a row. Ridgefield hoping to break that up this season, get in the postseason for the first time in their short history. Ball inside from Joey Martin, 2-0 to Daniel Jernin. The playoff format has changed a few times over the years here in the West Coast League. When this league opened in 2005 and 2006, there was just one division, one all together, everybody's family. Then it changed in 07 to an East and West format. Pickoff attempt that gets by the first baseman. Morales scampers for it, but the runner will get to second. Samperi into scoring position. And Joey Martin just throwing to first, and it was a bit low. Got by Kobe Morales, and it's the first error of the ball game on Ridgefield. So now runner on second, nobody out. Top of the third inning, Ridgefield leading 6-1. The East-West format with two divisions stuck until 2012 for 6 years, and then in 2013 they went to North-South, then to a three-division format for a couple of years in 2014 and 15, East-West-South. And then in 2016 went back to North-South, where it has stuck ever since. 2-0 pitch from Martin is hit high and foul. Off the bat of Daniel Jernan. 2-1 is the count, nobody out. Runner in scoring position, but the Raptors leading by 5. Kind of creates some weird scenarios when you got the first and second half winners who earn a playoff berth rather than just the top two teams in overall record at the end of the season. Because you could have a team that has the best overall record or second best overall record but not get in because they weren't first place in either half. 2-1 pitch from Joey Martin, breaking ball inside. Good block by Grant Heiser. Circles around the batter to go retrieve it. The runner holding at second. Nobody out here in the top of the third. 3 balls and 1 strike from Joey Martin, who gave up a home run to start this inning, then a single. Only 2 hits he has allowed today. We're in the third inning. And the leadoff man, Daniel Jernan, at the plate. Joey Martin with the 3-1 pitch. It's inside, and there's runners in first and second now. Martin, second walk of the ball game. And the first 3 hitters of the inning reach. Daniel Barato will make a mound visit. Nobody throwing in the Raptors bullpen right now. Trying to let Martin get through it. I asked Joey how long he wanted to go today in terms of innings, and instead of giving me a number, he just said, until my arm falls off. He's going to pitch until they force him out, and he wants to stick through it, and he'll try to strand a couple runners here. Still nobody out in the third inning. Runners in first and second. The Raptors comfortable with the lead, but not all that comfortable. 6-1 is good, but still a lot of game time left. Daniel Barato finishes his conversation. He's still on a streak, is Barato, the first-year pitching coach, who's really in his first season coaching at all since he's in his first year at Santa Barbara Community College, and they did not have a season this year. So he's in his really first games, real competitive games coaching, and every mound visit he's made this year, the next batter that the pitcher faces has not given up a hit. So we'll see if that continues. Next batter is Yugo Hamakawa, second baseman, left-handed hitter, against the southpaw of Joey Martin, who throws, and it just runs outside, a bit low, ball 1. Yugo flied out to left field in the first inning. He's hitting .288. Yesterday went 2 for 4, scored twice. Part of a 7-1 victory for the Bellingham Bells last night. 6-1 lead right now for Ridgefield. The 1-0 pitch from Joey Martin is swung on, hit to center field. This will land for a base hit and maybe extras. It lands twice and it'll get all the way to the wall. McDowell goes back to field it and throws in. It'll score 2. Hamakawa into second base for a 2 RBI double. It's 6-3. The Ridgefield Raptors lead has been cut in half this inning. Hamakawa just pounded it to right center, and it trickled through the outfielders to the wall. It scores Daniel Jernan from first. It scores Ezra Samperi as well. It's 6-3. All 3 runs for the Bells coming in this inning, and that makes last inning important because Ridgefield scored 2 runs in the first, and they could have settled there and said, all right, we're ahead by multiple runs. That's good. They added 4 runs in the second inning, and now that lead very necessary, as otherwise they'd be down by a run right now. As it stands, it's 6-3 Ridgefield in the top of the third. Still nobody out in the inning. Joey Martin will now take on Luis Aviles, who he struck out in the first inning. Martin has a runner on second. First pitch is a breaking ball down low. 1-0 from Joey. Aviles 5 for 16 on the year from Tulane University. Yesterday went 2 for 4. The home run in the 9th inning. That extended the lead. 3-run bomb by Aviles, his second home run of the year. 1-0 is the count from Joey Martin. Takes a peek at second, throws, and it's hit high in the air and runs behind home plate over the bleachers and foul. 1-1's the count from Joey Martin. Also works a lot with drive line, which helps out baseball players. A lot of guys involved during their college seasons, during the summer with the Drive Line Academy and working on their craft, and Joey Martin is a big proponent of driveline and been doing that ever since high school. 1-1 pitch from Joey Martin. Out of the stretch, it's inside and almost hit the batter. 2-1 the count for Aviles. Nobody out, runner on second. Started using a shoulder tube in high school, which he just kind of uses to warm up the shoulder. The plastic tube, just kind of moving it back and forth to warm up the muscles. Been using that a long time. 2-1 pitch hit on the ground to the shortstop. The runner goes to third. Jocks throws to the third baseman and gets the lead man. Poor decision by the base runner Hamakawa, going when the ground ball was ahead of him, and Tanner Jocks makes the heads-up play. The shortstop throws, needed a tag by Brad Norton, and Brad, who did not play very much third base, made the play, applied the tag, and gets the lead man. Aviles is aboard on a fielder's choice, but Hamakawa retired at third. That's the first out of the inning. It's a 6-3 lead, and now the Raptors get an out, and now it's a runner on first instead of a runner on second. Next batter is Hinkleman, and Cole takes a ball high, 1-0. So Joey Martin getting a nice defensive play from his shortstop and Tanner Jocks. 6-3 is the score. Ridgefield still ahead, but the Bells cutting the lead by 2, cutting the lead in half here in the third inning. And Martin just misses down low, 2-0. Uses that shoulder tube to warm up the muscles, and not only has he used it since junior year of high school, he's used the same one. It's this black-colored shoulder tubing that he's used ever since he started doing driveline stuff his junior year of high school. He's heading into his 4th year of college now. 2-0 pitch is outside. Runner on first, a 3-0 count to Hinkleman from Joey Martin. He's used it so long that it's kind of gotten warped in the sun and just overuse, and so it's all bent. And the other day he was trying to bend it backwards and trying to straighten it out. He's used it so long. But hey, don't change what ain't broken, right? 3-0 pitch in the dirt, and he has walked Hinkleman. Runners in first and second now. Aviles to second. Hinkleman gets on board for the first time today. 1 out in the inning. There is a Raptor in the bullpen now for Ridgefield here in the third. Ben Larson warming up out in the pen. Martin's first pitch, and the next batter, Malachi Knight, is high, 1-0 from Joey. Runners in first and second. Tying run at the plate for Malachi Knight, who made his debut yesterday, went 0 for 4. He'll play his first season at UCLA this upcoming spring. 1-0 pitch from Joey Martin is inside, 2-0. 1 out, runners in first and second. Joey Martin trying to work out of some trouble here in the third inning in his first start of the year. 2-0 pitch upcoming from Joey Martin. Goes to the fastball and pumps it in for a strike. 2-1 is the count from Joey Martin to Malachi Knight. He's from Marysville, Washington, top overall recruit in the Evergreen State. Just finishing out his high school career. 2-1 from Joey Martin with runners in first and second not being held on. Throws and hit off the hands foul from Malachi Knight, who's now in a 2-2 count. Malachi had an awkward high school career where he was a big prospect early on, but had a back injury his sophomore year and missed all but 2 games of that season. Then his junior year was cut short by COVID. So a big chunk of his high school career wiped out for Malachi Knight. Did come back his senior year, but by the time that season got cleared, he was playing for a select team down in Virginia. So still got some exposure there, and he's got a good frame and 6'3", and worked out for him. He's going to UCLA. 2-2 pitch hit high in the air, not deep. In fact, in the infield, Grant Heiser, the catcher, running for it. It'll be the first baseman Morales who makes the catch in foul territory. 2 outs here in the third inning, and Ridgefield 1 out away from maintaining the 3-run lead. Ty Saunders to the plate at the University of Portland. He now represents the tying run. Martin got behind in this inning, gave up a home run to lead it off, then a single, then a walk, then a double. But since then, it's been a ground ball, a walk, and a pop foul. So he's calmed things down. Ben Larson continues to warm up in the bullpen at the ready, but Joey Martin 1 out away from getting through the third inning and gets ahead of Ty Saunders, strike 1 to tie. Ridgefield scoring 2 runs in the first, 4 runs in the second. Now we're in the top of the third. Bellingham scoring for the first time this inning, and they've scored 3. So 6-3 is the score. Ridgefield on top, still out hitting the Bells 6-3 as well. Out of the stretch comes Martin with the 0-1s, hit high in the air and foul out of play. 0-2 to Ty Saunders. Joey Martin struck out 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Doesn't look like he'll strike out 2 here in the third since there's 2 outs and doesn't yet have a punch out. But he'd be happy to get 1 and make it count right here and in the inning to strand 2. He's ahead 0-2. Martin peering into his battery mate. Grant Heiser comes set with the ball at the belt buckle. Throws 0-2. Check swing. He did go around. It is strike 3. And there's the strikeouts in the inning. He has ended each inning on a punch out through 3. It's the Bellingham Bells 3 runs and the Ridgefield Raptors 6 runs. We head to the bottom of the third.
Baseball is back, and Peace Health is excited to once again sponsor the Ridgefield Raptors as they vie for the West Coast League title. Raptors games make a great family outing. Bring the whole crew to the ballpark to enjoy a safe, fun outdoor event featuring the thrills of Raptors baseball. As the largest health provider in Clark County, Peace Health is ready to step up to the plate and keep your family in the game, whether it's a routine appointment or specialty emergency care. Peace Health and the Ridgefield Raptors, 2 great teams.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 105 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Well, more offense today than we saw all of yesterday. Ridgefield coming back to score 3 runs, or 2 runs in the first, 4 in the second. Brady Casper leads off here in the bottom of the third inning and swings at the first pitch and misses. 0-1 the count to the Oregon State utility players. Played some right field today, getting the start at second base now. Brady Casper leads off the bottom of the third, a 6-3 lead for Ridgefield. Takes another swing and same result. He's behind 0-2. Got him board in the first inning with an error on the first baseman. And now getting a second at-bat of the ball game. He's behind 0-2, and Casper on the inside corner. And it's a strikeout by Trevin Hope here to open up the bottom of the third. 6-3, Ridgefield has led all of today so far. Yesterday, Bellingham took a top of the first inning lead and never relinquished it. And Ridgefield held to just 1 run yesterday. It's the second time this season that Ridgefield has been held to 1 run, and the best offense in the league. Micah McDowell, first pitch swinging and hammers it to right. This one is a no-doubter. Micah McDowell bombs one to right center field for his first home run of the year, and that one had no chance of being held by the Rourke. That ball is gone, gone, gone over right center. It's 7-3, the Raptors lead. Solo home run for Micah McDowell out of Oregon State University and by way of Halifax, Nova Scotia. And Micah McDowell hit that one halfway back to Corvallis. That one was long gone. And the right fielder knew it early on as that ball was getting towards him. Home run for Micah McDowell. First extra base hit of the year. Only came in a few games ago, and on his 19th at-bat, gets the home run. Tanner Jock swings at the first pitch and then takes a strike. It's 0-2 to Tanner, who walked in the second inning and scored. And the 0-2 pitch just off the plate from Trevin Hope. 1 out, nobody on. Ridgefield extending the lead. They've scored in every inning. 7-3. for Ridgefield, which is first in the league in runs, with 30 more runs than everybody else, even with yesterday's low-scoring affair. 1-2 pitch at 90 miles an hour, just outside of Tanner. Works the count back to 2-2 with the bases empty, 1 out. He led off the second inning with that walk when Ridgefield scored 4 runs. Now again with the bases empty and takes the ball 3-2. Tanner Jocks, who has drawn a lot of walks, 14 on the season, 8 of them just in the last 4 games, including today. Payoff pitch to Tanner Jocks, hits it to center field, to right center. Coming in is Malachi Knight. He'll have a long run. It's the right fielder coming in, and Corona makes the catch in right center field for out number 2. Back to the top half of the order, and Tafton Hensley to the plate, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Ridgefield has not only scored 30 more runs than any other team, they've also had 40 more hits than the next closest. 50 doubles, that's 12 more than everybody else, and they've already got 2 more doubles today, so 52 now on the year. 2 more home runs than everybody else, and another homer today. A called strike to Tafton Hensley. More RBIs than anyone else, total bases, walks, on-base percentage, slugging, batting average. It's all first in the league for the Ridgefield Raptors. They're ahead 7-3 as Tafton Hensley takes a ball outside, 1-1 the count with 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the third inning, Ridgefield scoring runs each frame so far. Just 1 run all of yesterday, equaling their lowest margin on the year. 1-1 pitch from Trevin Hope, a slider that's down, ball 2. Trevin, who works so far from the first base side of the rubber, it looks like he's barely even touching the pitching rubber. His toe almost even with the pitcher's plate. Tafton Hensley hammers one to right field. A diving attempt by Corona. He can't get there. He gets to the fence. Hensley will head for second, and he will hold up there. Corona took a dive at that ball. He was playing so deep that even once the ball got past him, he only had to run a little bit to get back to the wall. So it's only a double, but still a well-hit ball by Tafton Hensley, who is now 2 for 3 in the ball game, a single and a double for Tafton, and this inning continues. A 2-out, bases empty double for Tafton. And now it's Reese Hernandez, who has a single and then a double on the day. Comes up for the 3rd time, and we're just in the 3rd inning. He scored both times today. With 2 outs and a runner on second, a 4-run lead for Ridgefield. Hernandez takes a strike. Reese spent 2 years at Grossmont College down in San Diego. He's originally from the San Diego area, from Santee, California. When he was finishing up at Santana High School, he wasn't really sure what he wanted to do college-wise. He knew he wanted to play baseball, just wasn't sure what classification of school. 0-1 pitch is outside, 1-1. Didn't have D1 opportunity quite at that point, but he didn't want to go the JUCO route. So, D2 could be a possibility for him. But Grossmont was nearby, had some friends who were going there, and he didn't love the idea of JUCO, but he went there and turned out, he said, that's maybe the best decision I've ever made. He just loved it at Grossmont. Made some great relationships there, said it changed his baseball outlook. 1-1 pitch is hit foul. 2 outs, runner on second, 4-run lead for Ridgefield. Bottom of the 3rd inning. He said there's no way I would have gone D1 had I not gotten to Grossmont. Spent 2 years there down in San Diego, and then signed to San Jose State, where he played last year. Regular part of the lineup. Will go back to the Spartans in San Jose this upcoming year. 1-2 pitch to Reese is hit hard to right field. Corona is right there in perfect positioning and makes the catch. The inning is over. Ridgefield scores 1 run this frame, their smallest output so far, on 2 hits, including a solo home run by Micah McDowell. That highlights the 3rd, and we are through 3 complete. It's the Raptors 7 and the Bellingham Bells 3.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
Wow, I love family road trips. Wind in my ears, fruits in my mouth, and peace of mind knowing Les Schwab did our tires, brakes, and alignment. Like Les Schwab, my family's safety is my first priority. Well, that and squeaky choice.
Les Schwab Tires, proud to be ranked #1 in overall customer satisfaction for aftermarket tire replacement by J.D. Power 2 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2021 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
It is 7-3 here in this ball game through 3 complete innings. Ben Larson comes in for the Ridgefield Raptors through 3 complete innings from the work for the visiting Bellingham Bells. 3 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors. For the Ridgefield Raptors, 7 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. So a 4-run lead for the Raptors. Ben Larson comes in. He's got the second best ERA on the team at 1.42. He is making his 9th appearance on the year, which is more than any other player on the team. He has so far gone 12 2/3 innings, given up just 9 hits, 9 walks, struck out 12. He gave up 1 earned run against Portland in his most recent appearance. That's his only earned run of the year. He did give up 1 earned run in an exhibition against Cowlitz, but the unofficial West Coast League games, he had gone 7 appearances without an earned run and then gave up 1 earned 5 days ago in 2 innings. And other than that, he has been very solid for Ben Larson out of Gonzaga University. He's got a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and a changeup. And he comes to the mound here in the top of the 4th inning. And the first batter he will face here in the 4th is A.J. Davis, third baseman out of Lewis Clark State. 7-3, Raptors leading. 1/3 of the way through this contest, game 2 of the series between the Bells and the Raptors. Ben Larson throws a pitch through the barrel of A.J. Davis, who was showing bunt, pulls it back, but for a strike from Ben Larson. Originally from the Seattle area, went to O'Day High School. Port Orchard, Washington, his hometown. 0-1 from Ben is in there for a strike. He's ahead 0-2 to A.J. Davis. That finishes the appearance for Joey Martin in his first start. He goes 3 innings. Struck out 5, 3 walks, 3 earned runs, 3 hits. And now Ben Larson, the first one out of the bullpen. Swing and a miss by A.J. Davis. And Ben Larson strikes out the first batter he sees. 1 away here in the 4th inning, and Ben Larson has his 13th punch out of the summer. The 21-year-old, just about a week and a half away from his 22nd birthday. 6'4", 210 for Ben Larson. Strikes out the first guy he sees on 3 pitches. And now he'll face Emilio Corona, who homered in his only at-bat today. He throws the first pitch strike to Emilio at 92 miles an hour on the 4-seamer. Top of the 4th inning, 1 out. Ridgefield leading 7-3. Ben Larson has thrown 4 pitches. They've all been strikes. Here's the 5th breaking ball, also in there for a strike. So he's ahead 0-2 to Emilio Corona, who hit his first home run of the year to right field. As the first run for Bellingham, they scored 2 more that inning at 7-3. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed into the dirt. Heiser has to go back to get it. Corona goes to first, and he will get there in time. It's a strikeout, but a drop third strike, and Emilio Corona reaches for the 2nd time today. Larson still has 2 punch-outs in the first 2 batters he faces. And that's already the 7th strikeout of the ballgame. It's not Taco Tuesday, it's Taco Wednesday. 7 strikeouts by Ridgefield pitchers means Taco Bell provides free taco coupons to everyone in the stand. So if there wasn't already incentive to come to a Raptors game, then come on and get some tacos. And you can almost bet they're going to get to 7 because the Raptors are one of the best strikeout teams in the league. And case in point, Ben Larson not only strikes out the first 2 batters, he gets ahead 0-1 to Ezra Samperi. Throwing a first pitch strike to Ezra out of Gonzaga, so a pair of Bulldog teammates facing off against each other. Ben Larson throws down the first and almost gets Emilio Corona. Ezra Samperi is from Gresham and goes to Gonzaga. Ben Larson is from Port Orchard, goes to Gonzaga. And it's a pitcher-catcher matchup. The runner goes from first on the slider. It's down and in. The throw down to second is not in time to get Emilio Corona. So after striking out, he reaches first on a drop third strike and then steals second. So Sam Perry at the plate with an RBI opportunity. He singled in the third inning and later scored. Now facing Ben Larson for the first time this summer. College teammates turned summer opponents. 1-1 pitch from Larson is hit to short. Going to his left is Tanner Jocks. Fields throws to first, and on a hop it's picked by Morales to throw to home, and it's a double play to end the inning as the runner from second, Corona, tried to turn third and go to home on the throw across to first, and he is thrown out easily in time at the plate. Morales throws home. It's a 6-3-2 twin killing to end the inning. Larson faces the minimum. He strikes out 2, and that does it for the fourth inning. How about that? Tanner Jocks making the nice play, and Corona was a bit overzealous. After all, he'd only gotten on board on a drop third strike, so he was playing with house money anyways, and he is thrown out at the plate to end the frame. So we go to the bottom of the fourth. It's the Raptors 7 and the Bellingham Bells 3.
Yes, but that I know are gonna make me pest free. The Toyota Royal Pest Control. Can you bugs and rodents, baby? The Toyota Royal Pest Control. Call today, get it killed for free.
Hey baseball fans, after the game visit A&A, the area's premier gaming, dining, entertainment, and meeting destination. A&A is a proud supporter of the Ridgefield Raptors and the perfect place to meet up with friends after a Raptors win for dinner, drinks, and great times. Keep the fun and excitement going after the ninth inning and grab beers at Tellum's Urban, or enjoy a perfectly cooked porterhouse at Michael Jordan's Steakhouse. With 100,000 square feet of gaming space, 15 different restaurants, bars, and retail outlets to choose from, A&A has just what you need to turn your night at the ballgame into a night you won't forget. A&A, just off I-5 at exit 16, ILANIresort.com.
We head to the bottom of the fourth inning with Ridgefield leading 7-3, and no, it's not the former Baltimore Ravens kicker on the mound, although it is Justin Tucker, the new pitcher for the Bellingham Bells. Justin Tucker enters, so 3 innings on the start for both starters today. Joey Martin gives up 3 earned runs. Trevin Hope gives up 7. And that's where we stand. 6 earned for Trevin Hope, 7 runs total, 8 hits, struck out 3, 2 walks, and Ridgefield knocked him around a little bit for 7 runs. And now Justin Tucker is the first reliever for the Bellingham Bells, making his 5th appearance out of Pacific Lutheran University. The 21-year-old, 6 foot 190 out of Renton, Washington. Gave up all his earned runs in a loss to Yakima Valley. Other than that, he's gotten 3 scoreless appearances. 4 innings against Port Angeles, 2 more scoreless innings on a different game against Port Angeles, and 1 scoreless against Bend. But he gave up 5 earned in about 4 innings to Yakima Valley. So his ERA at 4.21. He'll face Caden Connor to open up the bottom of the 4th inning. Ridgefield leading 7-3. And Caden Connor has an RBI in both at-bats. In fact, he had a 2 RBI single in the 2nd inning, a sac fly in the 1st. No chance for an RBI here other than a solo home run. He doesn't have any homers on the year, but he's got plenty of extra base hits. Swings and misses the first one. Caden, who is at 10 doubles on the year, tied for first in the West Coast League. Technically with 9, since one of his doubles was against Cowlitz, but that was not an official West Coast League game. But still 9 is tied for first. The 0-1 pitch to Caden is down low from Justin Tucker. 1-1 the count, nobody out, starting out the bottom of the 4th. Caden is now tied for doubles as Kobe Morales came in with 2 less than him, but Morales has doubled both times to the plate. Kobe is on the on-deck circle right now. So if Caden wants to stay in first place in doubles, he might have to get one here. He laces one back to the pitcher off the glove of Tucker, goes behind the mound, and he does not have a throw to first. It's an infield single for Caden Connor, who is 2 for 2 on the ball game. And it may not be an RBI, but that'll do the job to lead off the fourth inning. Caden Connor aboard on a ground ball that glanced off the glove of Justin Tucker. He's okay, not injured at all, just bounced off the mitt and went behind him, and it went far enough away that he had to run several steps to get there, and Caden Connor, who's got good wheels, gets to first without a throw. Kobe Morales to the plate. Doubled in the first, doubled in the second. Only reason he didn't double last inning is he didn't have an at-bat, but here he is in the fourth inning, and he's ahead 1-0 in the pitch down low from Justin Tucker. Morales, who had 5 hits against Portland in that series, has also got 3 home runs on the year. 19 RBIs, a .353 average. The Cypress College Charger takes a 1-0 pitch, and it's outside 2-0. Runner on first, nobody out. Bottom of the fourth inning. Ridgefield already leading 7-3, and they haven't gone scoreless in any inning yet. And this one getting off on the right foot with the leadoff man getting on first. Ridgefield just 1 run yesterday. Second time that they've been held to the 1-run mark this season. They've not been shut out any game this year. 2-0 pitch to Kobe is swung on, hit to first base, past the diving Hinkleman into right field. Caden Connor loping towards third, and he will slide in safely to third base. It's a single for Kobe Morales, and Caden Connor goes first to third on the base hit. Nobody out. Runners on the corners for Grant Heiser as we continue in the bottom of the fourth. Morales is 3 for 3 in the ball game. He already was leading the West Coast League in hits coming into this game. And he's got 3 more today. He's up to 33 on the year. Coming in second place was his teammate John Peck. He was 2 ahead of him. Now he's 5 ahead of him. John getting the day off, and now he's got some ground to make up in the hits category. Heiser at the plate with runners on the corners. First pitch at face level. It's 1-0 to Grant, who has a sac fly on the day. 0 for 1 with an RBI. Now getting his third at-bat. He's hitting .381 on the year. Made his debut June 11th against Yakima Valley. Now playing against the Bellingham Bells. He's got nobody out. Runners on the edges from Justin Tucker out of the stretch. Hit hard to left field. This will push the left fielder back towards the wall to the scoreboard, and that ball hits the scoreboard. A 3-run bomb by Grant Heiser. That one was gone, and more gone. Second home run of the day for the Raptors. First dinger on the year for Grant Heiser. Touch 'em all. Grant, the Camas papermaker, has gone yard. It's 9-3, make it 10-3 Raptors. Grant Heiser, a 3-run bomb to left field that hits the scoreboard and bounces back in. It's 10-3 Ridgefield as Grant Heiser launches a 3-run home run. His 4th RBI of the ball game. It scores Kobe Morales from first. It scores Caden Connor from third. And still nobody out in the 4th inning. Justin Tucker out of the windup now and gets a swing and a miss from Brad Norton. Ridgefield continues to score in every inning so far. Grant Heiser out of Seattle University by way of Camas and just launches one to left field. It's not easy to hit home runs to left in this ballpark as Norton misses 0-2. No outs, nobody on base. A 10-3 lead for Ridgefield. The wind blowing out to right field. It just does not fly very well to left. And not only did Grant Heiser hit it off the scoreboard, not only did it to the left, hit it off the scoreboard, so that one summited the wall by a good 10-15 feet. A ball upstairs to Brad Norton, 1-2. Heiser hit a ball off the scoreboard in BP the other day. He's got that power. And that's his first home run of the year. Just joined the team a couple series ago. 1-2 pitch from Justin Tucker is down in the dirt, 2-2 to Bradley Norton out of Rutgers University. Getting a second start on the year. Had a walk earlier today and a ground out. Nobody on base. Ridgefield scoring 2, 4, 1, and 3 in respective innings. 4 runs in the second. Norton slices one to right center. This one will tail in between the outfielders. It'll get all the way to the wall on 2 hops. Bradley Norton to second. That takes a think about third, but no, good decision to lay up for a double. Stand up 2-bagger for Bradley Norton. He started 2 games. He's had a double in each game. Runner on second for the Raptors, and still nobody out in the 4th. Bradley Norton goes opposite field and splitting the outfielders to the power alley and right center. Getting to the 360-foot mark in right center. His second double in as many games. And he's on second base with Brady Casper coming to the plate. Casper out of Oregon State University. Hitless so far today. Got on board via an error in the first and struck out in the third. And still nobody out. Justin Tucker entered this game here in the fourth inning and has proceeded to give up hits to all four batters he's faced. 2 singles, then a home run, and then a double. And now Brady Casper at the plate. Left-handed hitter against right-handed pitcher. Justin Tucker out of the stretch and throws one just down low. Ball 1 to Brady Casper out of Mission Viejo, California. Up to Corvallis for his collegiate baseball. In the box against Justin Tucker with still nobody out in the bottom of the fourth. Tucker out of Pacific Lutheran throws and catches the outside corner, 1-1. So Ridgefield, which already has led the West Coast League in runs, only scored 1 run yesterday. And there's somewhat of a consistent theme here for the Raptors because they've been held to 1 run on 2 separate occasions. The other one was not all that long ago. It was the series opener against Yakima Valley, their most recent home series. 1-1 pitch is inside and blocked by the catcher, Ezra Samperi. 2-1 the count to Brady Casper. Runner on second, nobody out. Bottom of the fourth. 10-3 is the score. Raptors on top. Got held to just 1 run against Yakima Valley in the series opener, but they came back to win that series and played well offensively. As Tucker looks back at second, throws and swung on. A high chopper to second base. It's fielded by Hamakawa. Makes a nifty play and throws to first. It does advance the runner to third. First out of the inning now as Hamakawa just attacked that ball and short hopped it. Almost, I don't even think he was looking at the ball by the end. Took his eyes off it, but just kept the glove under and fielded it through to first. And gets the first out of the fourth inning. 10-3 is the score. Ridgefield on top big. Norton at third base. Micah McDowell, the batter. A home run last inning. Only run of the third to keep the trend alive of scoring in every inning for Ridgefield. 3 runs already in this inning, also on a home run. That was by Grant Heiser 3 batters ago. Now Micah McDowell to the plate with a runner on third. Takes a ball outside, 1-0. With 1 out here in the fourth inning, McDowell, left-handed hitter against right-handed pitcher. Corner infielders playing in. McDowell takes a big swing, and it is fouled. 1-1 is the count to Micah McDowell. So the other trend is Ridgefield only scored 1 run in the last home series, in the series opener. They lost 10-1. They again did that in this series. They lost 7-1 yesterday. But in the Yakima Valley series, after scoring only 1 run in the loss, they proceeded to score 13 runs the next game and the game after that. Today they've already scored 10. McDowell takes another swing and again fouls it off. So there's something about scoring 1 run that just ignites Ridgefield, because they went on to win that series, winning the final 2 games against Yakima Valley, which did have the best winning percentage in the West Coast League coming into that series. Ridgefield blew them out the next 2 games and then scored 15 runs a game after that. So they scored 41 runs in the 3 games following the 1-run output, and they've similarly done great offensively today. McDowell takes a big cut and goes down on strikes. 2 down in the fourth inning. Tanner Jocks to the plate for his 3rd at-bat in as many innings. He walked and then hit a deep fly ball that was caught. So 0 for 1 with a run scored for Tanner, who recently finished out his internship. He was interning at Ridgefield PT. He was exercise sports science major and wants to be a physical therapist or something in that arena. Takes a strike from Justin Tucker. 0-1, runner at third. 7-run lead for Ridgefield. 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. Tucker out of the stretch, facing Tanner Jocks out of Linfield University. Out of the stretch comes Tucker with the 0-1 in the dirt and blocked. 1-1's the count. Jocks had his internship. He would go every weekday basically from 7:45 to 2:45, but the plan was just to do that for the first half of the summer, get the requisite number of hours, and he just finished it on Monday. So now he says, I don't know what to do with my time now. I've got so much time, so he's working out a lot more. 1-1 pitch to Tanner is swung on and missed. He's behind 1-2. Worked out earlier today and did some lower body stuff and some shoulder work and bicep work and A lot of dumbbell stuff he likes to do. The PT stuff helped him a lot, just teaching other people the things that helped him learn how to weight lift himself and stay healthy. 1-2 pitch to Tanner is swung on and missed, and the inning is over. Ridgefield still scores 3 runs in the inning on 4 hits, and they now lead it 10-3. We head to the 5th inning here in Ridgefield. The Raptors up big.
Baseball is back, and Peace Health is excited to once again sponsor the Ridgefield Raptors as they vie for the West Coast League title. Raptors games make a great family outing. Bring the whole crew to the ballpark to enjoy a safe, fun outdoor event featuring the thrills of Raptors baseball. As the largest health provider in Clark County, Peace Health is ready to step up to the plate and keep your family in the game, whether it's a routine appointment or specialty emergency care. Peace Health and the Ridgefield Raptors, 2 great teams.
C-Train is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, regional and express service to Portland, and connector service within the city limits of Camas, LaCenter, and Ridgefield. And if you don't have cash, no problem. C-Tran now accepts digital payments with Hub FastPass. So hit a home run and leave the driving to us. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
Ben Larson continues to throw on the mound for the Ridgefield Raptors. Went 1 scoreless inning last frame. He now comes out in the top of the 5th inning with the Raptors continuing to extend the lead. They've scored in every frame, leading at 10-3 right now over the visiting Bellingham Bells. Ridgefield trying to even up the series, a 1 game apiece. A potential rubber match coming up tomorrow before the Raptors head south to Corvallis to play their final series of the West Coast League first half. One team getting a playoff berth at the halfway point, and Ridgefield in contention for that. Corvallis in the lead, but a 3-game margin. First pitch of the 5th inning runs inside from Ben Larson. He is facing Daniel Jernan here in the 5th. Ben Larson faced the minimum in the 4th inning in a wild inning. He struck out the first 2 batters he faced. The second one reached on a drop third strike. Emilio Corona, the base runner, who stole second. The second pitch of this inning is upstairs. 2-0 from Ben Larson. 10-3 the lead for Ridgefield. Stole second, so it was a runner on second with 1 out, and then a ground ball to third where Tanner Jocks threw to first for the out, and then Corona tried to score from second, and he was thrown out easily at the plate for a 6-3-2 double play. You don't see those too often, but we saw one last inning as Larson faced the minimum. He misses outside. It's 3-0 from Ben Larson to Daniel Jordan, who has struck out and walked today. The 3-0 from Ben is in there for an off-speed strike on the 3-0. 3-1 the count. Corvallis has a 3-game lead over Ridgefield with 5 games remaining in the first half, but Ridgefield does play Corvallis, so you can make up a lot of ground there. 3-1 pitch is down, ball 4 from Ben, and he walks the leadoff man here in the 5th inning. So if Ridgefield can maybe make up 1 game against Corvallis in the final 2, let's say Corvallis splits the pair against Bend and Ridgefield wins these final 2, then they'd be trailing by 2 games to Corvallis, and then if they won 2 games against the Knights, they'd then tie Corvallis, and they'd have the tiebreaker since the tiebreaker is head-to-head. So, you know, a lot of work to do, but it's possible. Just throwing it out there. We'll see what happens. Larson misses outside to Yugo Hamakawa, who had a 2 RBI double last at-bat. He's 1 for 2. Yesterday, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored. Runner on first, nobody out, top of the 5th inning. 10-3 is the score. Ridgefield on top. Infield and double play depth for the Raptors. 1-0 pitch, again tails outside at 86 miles an hour. Ridgefield scoring 3 runs last inning to give Ben Larson some extra run support. Closest the Bells got it was 6-3, but Ridgefield has scored 4 since then. Larson behind 2-0 after giving up a walk and misses outside again. He continues to tail the fastball a bit away, 92 miles an hour, and it's outside to Hamakawa, who's ahead 3-0. Runner on first, nobody out. Here in the top of the 5th inning, the 3-0 pitch is down, ball 4, and Larson has walked the first 2 batters he faces here in the 5th inning. Corvallis lost yesterday to keep the margin at 3 games. Daniel Barato will make a mound visit here to Ben Larson. In the 5th inning with nobody out, runners in first and second. And there is a thrower in the bullpen now for the Raptors. Might be Hudson Leach out there. Is that who that is? 35. Yeah, Hudson Leach hasn't pitched in a little while, but healthy, ready to go. And Hudson will probably be the next one in out of Creighton University. But right now it's Ben Larson's game. He will continue in the 5th inning after the visit from Daniel Barato. Runners in first and second, nobody out. Corvallis is playing the Bend Elks again today. Right now it's scoreless down at Vince Jenna Stadium between the Knights and the Elks. Actually, Corvallis just did take a 1-0 lead as I recheck. 1-0 Corvallis in the 3rd inning. Portland beat Wenatchee last night big, 17-3, and they lead again 2-0 over Wenatchee. Cowlitz trails Walla Walla 4-0. Most importantly here for the Raptors is a 10-3 score over Bellingham right now. Runners in first and second. First pitch, a swung on strike by Luis Aviles. 0-1 the count from Ben Larson. Aviles 0 for 2 in the ball game, went 2 for 4 yesterday. The Tulane University designated hitter today. Had a 3-run home run yesterday. Has runners in first and second here with nobody out. Larson out of the stretch, off speed, and gets the just high. 1-1 the count from Ben Larson. Outfield playing straight up with Aviles at the plate. Infield ready for the double play ball. If it's hit towards the middle. 1-1 from Ben Larson. Swung on and towering pop-up is going to be uncatchable behind home plate and towards the Little League game going on behind us. With the several turf fields here at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex just off Hillhurst Road here in Ridgefield. Beautiful ballpark. And a nice day for baseball as well. Overcast, not so glaringly hot like it had been over the weekend. Much easier, more capable temperatures. 1-2 pitch over the head of the hitter. It bounces off the backstop and the runners will advance. Norton got crossed up as the ball went to the backstop, bounced off the umpire, and he had to plant a couple times and change direction. In the end, it's a wild pitch that pushes both runners ahead 90 feet. Jernan gets down to third and Hamakawa to second. They both walked, and now on second and third, nobody out. Top of the 5th inning, Ridgefield leading 10-3. Aviles at the plate, a 2-2 count. Larson comes set, looking at the lead runner on third. Now comes to the plate with the 2-2, swung on and missed, and Ben Larson still has not allowed a ball in play this inning. 2 walks and then a strikeout. Really the most action was that wild pitch, a live ball that got the runners going, but no balls put into play off the bat. Aviles is sent down for a second strikeout on the day. 8th strikeout by Ridgefield pitchers this evening. Cole Hinkleman to the plate, who's been one of those 8 strikeouts. He also has a walk. Left-handed batter out of Stanford University takes outside 1-0 from Ben Larson. Ben got a double play to end last inning with 1 out and a runner in scoring position. Double play will be harder here, although it was an unconventional double play last inning as well. 6-3-2 on the twin killing. 1-0 pitches outside, ball 2. So it doesn't have a force out in any bag other than first. With Hinkleman at the plate, 2-0 is the count as he misses outside. 1 out, runners in second and third. Ridgefield still leading 10-3 in the top of the 5th. 2-0 pitch is upstairs, and it's 3-0 from Ben Larson. Hudson Leach in the bullpen. For the Raptors out in left field. Larson behind 3-0 with 1 out to Hinkleman. The pitch is outside and the bases are loaded. 3 walks and a strikeout on the inning. Nobody has scored, but dangerously closer and closer. Malachi Knight comes to the plate. Knight made his debut yesterday, went 0 for 4, has a pair of pop outs, or a fly out and a pop out. And I think Ben Larson's going to be done here as Chris Cota is going to walk out from the dugout. Hudson Leach might be coming in here in the 5th inning with 1 out and the bases loaded for the Bellingham Bells. With 3 walks in the frame. Larson has done well to avoid well-hit balls. It's just been some pitches that got away from him, mostly just throwing outside a bit and couldn't quite command the fastball as well as he did the previous inning, but still a chance to get out of it with no earned runs. Hudson Leach will have his work cut out for him in the top of the 5th inning, although a 7-run lead does make things a little bit less worrisome for the Raptors, as even if Malachi Knight hits a home run here, it's still a 3-run lead for the Raptors. Hudson Leach comes in for Ridgefield. Hudson is from Creighton University, which is based in Omaha. He's got a lot of family there, though he himself grew up in Kansas City. But he goes to Creighton, always was a Creighton fan, went to a lot of College World Series growing up. He was there in 2018 when Oregon State won the College World Series. Now he's got a few Oregon State teammates on this roster, including his fellow reliever, Jaron Hunter. Reliever turned starter, actually. Jaron made the start a few days ago. Hudson unable to go to the College World Series this year, playing summer ball, but the College World Series is in action today. Last I checked, Mississippi State was leading, and it looks like the Bulldogs did win 9-0, just 1 hit allowed by Mississippi State against Vanderbilt, so they'll play a deciding Game 3. Or excuse me, that was the deciding Game 3. They won yesterday 13-2. And so Mississippi State wins the national championship today in Game 3 over Vanderbilt. How about that for the Bulldogs? So Hudson Leach will watch the highlights tonight most likely and see what he missed in Omaha, where he plays his collegiate baseball for Creighton. Leach comes in, hasn't pitched in a little bit. He was just making sure he's healthy and all that, but he's ready to go now. He had an injury in high school that kind of held him out for a while. A couple surgeries needed, including an injury the day after he committed. He committed to Creighton his junior year and got hurt the next day and needed ulnar nerve transposition surgery. Told me that he loved how Creighton stuck with him the whole way and now pitches for the Blue Jays. He's got bases loaded to Malachi Knight, and the first pitch of the outing by Hudson Leach is a ball, 1-0. His first appearance since June 12th. He's pitched 6 innings this season. Was hit around a bit by Yakima Valley. 6 earned runs in that game, but he only gave up 1 earned run combined between the other performances. The 1-0 pitch from Hudson is a fastball in for a strike. Bases loaded, 1 out. Top of the 5th inning, it's 10-3. Ridgefield leading. Hudson Leach, who has a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and a change. His out pitch is a slider. The 1-1 from Hudson Leach. The right-hander hit high in the air and foul off the bat of Malachi Knight. The incoming freshman at UCLA, who's yet to get a hit this season. He's 0 for 6. Both of these players, the hitter and the pitcher, coming back from serious injuries. Malachi Knight, a couple years ago, a back injury that cut his sophomore year of high school short. 2 years later, he's playing for the Bellingham Bells. Here's the 1-2 from Leach, swung on and missed by Malachi Knight. And Hudson Leach strikes out the first batter he faces. 2 down in the 5th inning. Bases still loaded. Nobody's put the ball in play this inning yet for Bellingham. They've walked 3 times and struck out twice. Each pitcher for the Raptors tonight has struck out the first batter they faced. Joey Martin, the starter, struck out the first batter and 2 in that first inning. Ben Larson struck out the first one he faced in the 4th, and so here does Hudson Leach. Throws high to Ty Saunders, who in true Bellingham fashion has walked and struck out today, which have been most of what they've done, including every batter this inning. They've now drawn 6 walks, but struck out 9 times. Just 3 hits in the ballgame for Bellingham, 12 for the Raptors. Here's the 1-0 pitch, just above the belt, 2-0. Bases loaded. Bellingham did have a RBI walk yesterday. Part of a 7-1 win for Bellingham, but today has been Ridgefield's day to this point. Top of the 5th inning, and it's a 7-run lead for the Raptors. But Bellingham threatening. The 2-0 pitch from Hudson Leach is inside, 3-0. And 1 ball away from walking in a run. Ben Larson responsible for all 3 runners on base. Hudson Leach trying to help out a buddy and get out of the inning with no earned runs. Ben Larson has done that for a different reliever. He came in with the bases loaded, 1 out one time and got a double play to end it. Now Hudson Leach trying to do something similar with 2 outs. He throws a strike. It's 3-1. And Hudson Leach starts out the comeback attempt well in this at-bat. Got behind 3-0. Gets a fastball in there for a strike to Ty Saunders at the University of Portland. Has 2 home runs on the year. Hudson Leach comes set, the right-hander. Comes to the plate with a 3-1. It's high, ball 4, and that scores a run. Second straight day that Bellingham has an RBI walk. Still a 10-4 score. Ridgefield in control, but 4 walks in the inning is not the best look, but still 1 out away from limiting it to 1 run. Daniel Jernan comes down the line to score. A.J. Davis is the next batter. He struck out twice today. Davis, the right-handed batter against right-handed pitcher and Hudson Leach. Bases remain loaded with 2 outs in the 5th inning. Leach to the plate, the fastball pumped in there for a strike. Hudson had that ulnar nerve surgery after getting hurt the very day after he committed to Creighton. That was his junior year of high school. And then he had a stress fracture his senior year, needed another surgery. But Creighton never cut him loose, and now he pitches for Creighton. Breaking ball on the 0-1 is a strike. He's ahead 0-2, bases loaded, 2 outs. When he committed to Creighton, that's just a verbal commitment. So Creighton has not promised him anything. They haven't signed a contract or no financial aid agreement. So if a player verbally commits to a school and then gets hurt, the school is not required to give him a scholarship, but Creighton did. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed, and Hudson Leach gets out of it, striking out 2. 1 walk in there allows a run, but it's just 1 run of damage, and that ultimately is pretty much a victory for Ridgefield with bases loaded, and Hudson Leach strikes out 2. And just 1 run in. It's 10-4. The Raptors remain in the lead. We are halfway through this ball game. Bottom of the 5th coming up.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
Join the Ridgefield Raptors for warm sunshine, great food, and exciting top-level college baseball at the Rourke. Bring your family, friends, neighbors, and coworkers for a relaxing night outdoors this season. Your group can welcome us on the Les Schwab left field platform, the Leonard Homes and Dick Hanna grass berms, or the First Centennial and Wellhaven Pet Health picnic areas. There's nothing like a Ridgefield Raptors summer baseball game. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Bottom of the 5th now, and we reset this ball game. We have played halfway through this contest, and we start the second half of this game just like we started the first, with Tafton Hensley coming to the plate. And Ridgefield has done well through the first half of this game. At this rate, they'll win it 20-8. It's 10-4 right now as we start out the bottom of the 5th inning. Hensley takes a first pitch strike from Justin Tucker, the reliever out of Pacific Lutheran. Tucker ahead 0-1 and throws a second pitch strike to Tafton Hensley, who's had a nice day. In that first inning, he led off for Ridgefield with a bunt single, then flew out to right field and then doubled in the third. So he's 2 for 3 in the ball game, leading off for the first time this season. 0-2 pitch nearly hit him, and it might have clipped his arm, just missed him, it looks like. It's just a ball. He turned away from it and just barely avoided getting hit by the pitch. And it's a ball inside to Hensley on a slider that just got away from Justin Tucker. 1-2 to the leadoff man in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ridgefield leading 10-4 in this contest, trying to snap a 3-game losing streak and start a new winning streak. They won 3 in a row, then lost 3 in a row, and here's a new winning streak starting today if they can hold on. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed on a pitch a bit inside, and Hensley strikes out.
to open the bottom of the 5th. And brings up Reese Hernandez. Ridgefield pitchers striking out twice as many as Bellingham pitchers, 10-5 in that category. Hernandez to the plate, 2 for 3 in the ball game. With 1 out, he takes up high from Tucker to the backstop. 1-0 to Reese, who singled and doubled in successive innings, then flew out to right field. Reese with his 5th double of the year and first in half a month. Takes a ball outside, 2-0 to the Santee, California native out of San Jose State University. On a 7-game hitting streak now. Went 2 for 3 yesterday. He's 2 for 3 today. The 2-0 pitch is a strike from Tucker. 2-1 to Reese Hernandez. 6-run lead for Ridgefield. Hoping to make up some ground in the Corvallis Knights, although the Knights do lead Benz right now, 2-0 in the 3rd inning. 2-1 pitch from Tucker is outside. 3-1 to Hernandez. Nobody on, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning. Ridgefield 10, Bellingham 4. First of 2 series between these clubs this summer. 3-1 pitch is swung on by Hernandez, grounded to second base. Hamakawa has a long run, fields and throws to first, not in time. And Hernandez beats it out for an infield single. It was not hard hit, and so it wasn't going to get by Hamakawa, but it was placed so far towards first that the second baseman had to run all the way towards the line, a long run, and he threw to first not in time to get Reese Hernandez, who had to sneakily avoid the first baseman. Hinkleman was kind of taken off the bag by the throw, and they barely collided, maybe a little bit of contact there, but not enough to cause an injury. And Hernandez is safely aboard on first for his 3rd hit of the ball game. It's a 1-out single for Reese. Caden Connor to the plate for his 95th at-bat, more than any other player in the league, and he fists one foul. 0-1 the count by Caden Connor, who has been productive in each at-bat today. He had a sac fly in the 1st, a 2 RBI single in the 2nd, and another single in the 4th. He later scored. Good day to bounce back from yesterday when he went 0 for 5. Hitless in the last 2 games, but this day has been much better for the Cal State Fullerton outfielder, who's hit well this season. Been a bright spot in the lineup. Breaking ball strike from Justin Tucker. 0-2 to Caden Connor. 1 out, 1 on. Bottom of the 5th inning, a 10-4 lead for the Raptors. Caden has 2 triples on the year as well. 10 doubles. He's hitting .240. Left-handed batter against right-handed pitcher. Infield and double play depth to throw to first, and Hernandez gets back. Outfield playing straight up. Oh, and 2's the count from Justin Tucker out of the stretch. The righty deals. It swung on and grounded to third base. It's after the shortstop taking it. He'll only have 1 play. It's to first, and he does get Caden Connor in time for the 2nd out of the 5th inning. Hernandez gets into 2nd. Good throw by Saunders in the hole, who had to run behind the 3rd baseman to make the grab on the bounce. And he could not get Hernandez in time at 2nd. He threw to first for the out. And brings up Kobe Morales with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. How about the top half of the order today? Every player's gotten a hit in the first, well, actually all the way down to the first 6 batters. 7 out of the 9 hitters already have base hits today. Tucker throws to Morales, takes a big swing and a miss. Kobe has a double, then another double, and then a single. He scored twice, an RBI as well. 2 home runs today in the Ridgefield lineup, including the guy on deck, a 3-run homer by Grant Heiser. A lot of extra base hits and 13 hits overall. The 0-1 pitch to Morales. He laces it down the right field line. Fair ball. It'll get to the wall. This will score Reese Hernandez. Morales is sprinting to 2nd. He will get in without a throw. It's a 3-double day for Kobe Morales. Another RBI, and the Ridgefield Raptors lead it 11-4 here in the 5th inning. Ridgefield has scored in every frame now. Morales makes sure to keep that streak alive. His 2nd double just right down the right field line, both of them with RBIs. He has scored Reese Hernandez on 2 separate occasions today, in the 1st inning and the 5th. It's 11-4. Ridgefield, their 14th hit of the game. Now Grant Heiser takes a ball down low. He crushed one off the scoreboard last inning. And now back at the plate has 4 RBIs in the ball game, a 3-run home run last inning. His first homer of the year. He's got a hit in every game this season. Justin Tucker behind 1-0, throws high in the off-speed, 2-0 the count, with runner on second, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning, Ridgefield scoring 2 runs in the first inning, then 4, then 1, then 3, then 1. They just keep on putting up runs. Bellingham has done okay offensively. 4 runs is nothing small, but not nearly enough to keep on pace. The 2-0 pitch is down, 3-0 to Grant Heiser. On deck is Brad Norton. Five players in a row in the lineup have extra base hits today, including Grant Heiser, who takes a 3-0 pitch for a ball, and he walks to put 2 runners aboard for Brad Norton, who doubled last inning. Kobe Morales stays at second, Heiser to first. Justin Tucker, who gave up 3 runs last inning, came back out for another frame, has given up 1 here. He's got 2 outs. Bradley Norton to the plate, a walk, a ground out, and a double on the day. His second start of the year. He doubled yesterday for his 1 hit. He's got 1 hit today, also a double. With 2 outs, the first pitch to Norton is a called strike on the inside corner. Norton out of Rutgers University, his 3rd college. From Ohlone, a JUCO in Fremont, California. And Nevada was his first one. 0-1 the count from Justin Tucker with 2 down. Looks back at second, looks back at the plate, and throws inside. It runs just a bit in. 1-1 the count on the 89-mile-an-hour throw to Brad Norton. Coming off a back injury and able to play now, and it's good to see him healthy and in there. Hasn't played a whole lot of third base. He's playing in the hot corner today. 1-1's the count to Brad Norton. The 11-4 lead. Swings and hits one to short. To Hopper. That is fielded by Saunders. The shortstop throws to first in time. And the inning is over. Ridgefield keeps the streak alive of scoring in every inning. It's just 1 run this time, but an RBI double by Kobe Morales. And Ridgefield leads it 11-4 through 5 complete innings.
A lot has changed in Clark County since C-Tran began service in 1981. We've changed with it. 30 bus routes, 2 bus rapid transit projects, and millions of rides later, C-Tran has grown into an award-winning transit system serving Clark County, including the city limits of Ridgefield. Please join C-Tran in celebrating an amazing 40 years serving you, our community, with activities happening in 2021. Look for details at c-tran.com, and thank you for 40 great years.
Ridgefield Main Street thanks you for supporting the Raptors and downtown, the heart of Ridgefield. Spend the moolah you win at the game at downtown shops and restaurants. Upcoming events include Main Street Day, C-Tran Shuttle Downtown Tailgate, and the Friday Night Flicks Outdoor Film Series. We are a nonprofit organization dedicated to preserving the cultural heritage of downtown Ridgefield while advocating for its future. More information at ridgefieldmainstreet.com and find us on Facebook at Ridgefield Main Street. We'll see you downtown, and go Raptors!
Well, we head to the 6th inning here in Ridgefield, as the Raptors have taken a commanding lead in this ball game. New pitcher for the Raptors here in the 6th is Jacob Freed. He comes in out of Loyola Marymount University. He's got a 7-run lead to work with here in the 6th inning, as Ridgefield has scored in every frame so far, and they lead 11-4 over the Bellingham Bells. If Ridgefield can hang on to this one, they'll even up the series and have a chance at winning the series tomorrow. Looking at the Corvallis game, the Knights leading Bend 2-0, as that game has hung in the bottom of the 3rd for a while now, but still 2-0. Corvallis leading. The Raptors wouldn't mind if Corvallis lost and get a game closer if they can hold on to the lead here today and head into the night series 2 days from now with a slimmer margin. Right now it's a 3-game lead for the Corvallis Knights in the Southern Division. Even if the Ridgefield Raptors don't win the first half and get that automatic berth, they'll still be in pretty good position going into the second half and get their first postseason berth in organization history. Jacob Freed to the mound. He'll face Emilio Corona to start out the top of the 6th inning, and Corona bloops one foul behind home plate to start out the top of the 6th. It's Ridgefield 11 and Bellingham 4. Jacob Freed on the mound facing Corona, who's gotten on base both times today and has nearly reached home both times today. He homered in the 3rd inning. 0-1 pitch is inside. Corona then sprinted for home in the 4th inning, trying to score from second base on a ground ball, and was thrown out at home on a 6-3-2 double play. The 0-1 pitch to Corona, again hit off the hands and foul, and Jacob Freed is ahead 0-2. Jacob out of LMU, 6'6", 190 pounds. He's from Seattle, Washington. Making his 8th appearance on the season, has an ERA of 6.3. 10 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, 6 walks, 11 hits. The 1-2 pitch from Jacob is just above the belt buckle. 2-2 the count to Emilio Corona from San Luis Obispo, California, up to Seattle and Washington. So Corona plays for a school based in the hometown of Jacob Freed, and now Jacob Freed playing in the state that Emilio Corona is from. They switched states to now face each other, and Jacob Freed throws high 3-2. Leadoff man in the 2nd inning. Ridgefield on top 11-4 in this ball game. Jacob Freed, a payoff pitch upcoming with nobody out. The righty deals. It's inside, ball 4. And Corona on base for the 3rd time this ball game. He got on base that 4th inning on a drop 3rd strike and was thrown out at the plate one batter later. Now he's on first. He stole second. He is leading. He's second in the league, both in stolen bases and caught stealing. He's 7 for 10, now 8 for 11, including today. Ezra Samperi to the plate. He was the one who grounded into that 6-3-2 double play. Now comes back to the dish. Had a single in the 3rd inning. He takes ball 1. 1-0. Nobody out. Top of the 6th inning. Infield and double play depth for a more conventional double play opportunity with a runner on first and nobody out. Jacob Freed out of the stretch now. The 6'6" right-hander throws tipped off the barrel and into the glove by Heiser. It's 1-1 from Jacob Freed. His first inning of work here for the Raptors. Here in the 6th inning, first time in 8 days that he's pitched. Faced Yakima Valley over a week ago. 1-1 pitch, or a throw down to first, and Corona gets back. Jacob out of the stretch with the 1-1 pitch upcoming. Throws, and it's high, ball 2. Jacob is from Seattle. If you're a Atlanta Braves fan, you may be familiar with the last name Freed. Max Freed, the standout starter out of Santa Monica, California. Plays for the Atlanta Braves. No relation there, however, says Jacob, between the two Freeds. They're both pitchers, both tall, but no relation. Spell the last name the same and pronounce it the same. The Jacob version of the Freeds gets a foul ball off of Ezra Samperi. Strike 2. 2-2 is the count. Nobody out. Runner on first, top of the 6th. Ridgefield leading 11-4. Freed comes to the plate with the 2-2. It's down the middle and taken for strike 3. And Jacob Freed gets the first out here in the 6th inning. He doesn't quite extend the streak where each Ridgefield pitcher struck out the first batter they faced. Joey Martin and Ben Larson and Hudson Leach all did that. He doesn't strike out the first one, but he struck out the second, so that's still pretty good. Now with 1 out and 1 on, he is tasked with getting Daniel Jernan out, the leadoff man. Takes ball 1 outside. Grant Heiser continues to look down to first and doesn't quite throw, but the runner at first, Corona, dives back head first and avoiding the pickoff attempt from Heiser. 1-0 pitch is a bit high. 2-0 from Jacob Freed. Mentioned how Corvallis is leading the Southern Division by 3 games. Corvallis winning the West Coast League Championship 4 years running. Last season, obviously no season, but a 4-year streak going in. And they have the best record in the league right now. High on the 2-0 pitch from Jacob Freeze, behind 3-0. We've had this format since 2016 where it's the first half winner and the second half winner of the schedule each get a playoff berth. And the weirdest one happened back in 2017 as the 3-0 pitch is high from Jacob Freed, ball 4. He has a walk, a strikeout, and a walk this inning. It's still a 7-run lead for the Raptors, but the Bells getting some runners on base. Yugo Hamakawa to the plate with a double and a walk on the day with a fly out as well. Back in 2017, in the Northern Division, there were 6 teams in the division. The top two in the division in terms of overall record missed the playoffs. It was the 3rd and 4th best teams that ended up going. The first pitch to Hamakawa is laced to right field for a base hit. This will score the leadoff man, Corona, who comes around from second and scores. The runner from first goes to third. That's Daniel Jordan. It's an RBI single for Yugo Hamakawa. And it's now 11-5, Ridgefield leading by 6. Corona scores. Jordan to third. It's runners on the corners with 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. Bellingham scoring 1 run in successive innings. 6-run lead for the Raptors. And next batter is Luis Aviles, who's 0 for 3 in the ball game out of Tulane University. Jacob Freed has 1 out on a strikeout. Now gives up his first hit of the inning. Now working through Aviles, who swings and hammers 1 to left field. Hernandez going back and makes the catch. The runner will tag from third. And Jordan will head to the plate and score without a throw. It's a 2-run inning for the Bells, but the second out of the inning. And Ridgefield just happy to get the second out and make sure they keep getting out, since Bellingham will only have 3 more innings to work with after this. It's still a 5-run margin. Cole Hinkleman to the plate. So a sac fly for Aviles makes it a 5-run ball game. Hinkleman takes outside 1-0. 2 runs in here in the inning. Hamakawa holds at first. So 1 on, 2 out. 11-6 is the score. Raptors on top, trying to even up the series against the Bellingham Bells. 1-0 pitch is blooped high and it'll tail foul. So back in 2017, the top 2 missed because Victoria and Kelowna both had decent first and second halves, but neither of them won their respective halves, other way around. Victoria and Kelowna each won a half, but Bellingham missed despite going 31-23, the best division in the record by 2 games, as Freed throws a 1-1 pitch down low, 2-1's the count. So Bellingham kind of got, whatever word you want to call it, but they had the best record and did not make the playoffs in 2017. Victoria and Kelowna made it. Hinkleman swings and tips 1 into the glove. It's 2-2, and now Jacob Freed 1 strike away from ending the inning. 2 runs have come in. It's 11-6, Ridgefield leading. Ridgefield hoping to either win a half or be the second best team in overall record and get in the postseason this year. 2-2 pitch from Jacob Freed drops below the knees. It's a full count from Jacob. 2 outs, runner on first here in the 6th inning. Hinkleman has walked twice and struck out once. He's got a full count, so one of those situations close at hand for the left-handed batter. Payoff pitch is swung on and missed, and he has evened up his day with 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. Jacob Freed punches out a pair in the inning. 2 runs do come in on 1 hit. 1 left on in the frame. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Ridgefield has scored in every inning. Will they do that again? See when we come back. It's 11-6. The Raptors on top.
This is WSU Vancouver, Southwest Washington's only 4-year research university. Whether in person or via distance delivery, WSU Vancouver offers high-quality education and an employer-respected degree. You'll get a small school feel in the kind of place where you know you matter. Here, you'll get personalized education that brings out the best in you and inspires you to achieve your highest goals. Now, what are you waiting for? Apply today.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
It's a 5-run lead for the Ridgefield Raptors as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Brady Casper to lead off for the Raptors. The second baseman today, making a second start in a home game for Ridgefield. Started against Bend down in Central Oregon, the first series that he joined the team with. And Brady out of Oregon State University leads off the bottom of the 6th inning with the Raptors already ahead by 5. Justin Tucker back in for the Bells and throws a first pitch breaking ball outside, ball 1. Tucker has gone 2 innings, given up 4 runs. All earned on 6 hits, and Casper gets ahead 2-0. Ridgefield with 10 more hits in this ball game, 14-4 in that category. 5-run lead for the Raptors. 2-0 pitch from Justin Tucker. The righty throws down low, and Brady Casper ahead 3-0. He's gotten on board once today. It was an error on the first baseman where he ran it out and did well to sprint down to first and cause some trouble. And the first baseman was late running the ball back to the bag and was charged with an error on the play. 3-0 is the count to Brady Casper. He takes, and it's ball 4. And Casper aboard with a leadoff walk. Ridgefield has scored in every inning, but they have not gotten the leadoff man aboard every inning. Both in the 3rd and 5th innings, they had a strikeout to open the frame. Coincidentally, or perhaps not so much so, those were their 2 least productive innings. They only scored 1 run in each of those innings, while they put up multiple runs in every other. 5 innings in, they've scored every time. They have 11 runs in the ball game, which even for as good of a team as Ridgefield is offensively, that's still above their average. Here's Micah McDowell to the plate, takes outside, ball 1. McDowell has his college teammate on at first base. The pair of Oregon State Beavers in for Ridgefield. Casper on first, McDowell at the plate, nobody out, bottom of the 6th. Justin Tucker out of Pacific Lutheran out of the stretch now. Deals the 1-0 to McDowell, who hits one to right center field. Malachi Knight going back to the wall, and Knight makes the catch on the warning track for out number 1. Micah McDowell nearly had his second home run of the ball game, but it died at the warning track, and the wind not blowing quite enough right now. It's softly blowing towards right, but it dies in right center at about 360 feet. And it's a long fly out to center field. 1 down, Tanner Jocks to the plate. Brady Casper still on first base, 1 down, bottom of the 6th inning. 5-run lead for Ridgefield. Here comes the pitch, and it's hit by the batter Jocks. It's grounded to second base. Hamakawa fields and throws to first. Casper advances to second on the play. So a ground out 4-3 on the play. Jocks is retired for out number 2, but he does get the runner up to second on a ground ball that bounced in front of the mound, went over the pitcher and to the second baseman Hamakawa, who made the play. It's now Tafton Hensley to the plate. 2 for 4 in the ball game with a single and a double. Had a home run yesterday and his first home run of the year a couple days before that. 2 outs and a runner on second. First pitch that Hensley sees is just an inch high at the belly button perhaps, and it's 1-0 to Tafton. 11-6 is the score. Ridgefield leading all game today. Scored 6 runs in the first couple of innings, and the margin has stayed similar ever since. Right now at 5, Hensley tries to golf a ball down low and misses it 1-1 on the 82-mile-an-hour offering from Justin Tucker. Hensley batting leadoff for the first time this year. He's hit leadoff a lot. I asked him how much he's hit leadoff, since I hadn't seen him personally hitting leadoff. He's mostly been on the 5-hole oftentimes, but he says it's what he's most used to. 1-1 pitch is hit high in the air to right center field. Going back is both the center and right fielder. This one's going to carry over the wall in right center field. And Tafton Hensley has his second home run in 2 games, his 3rd home run of the year. It's a 2-run bomb for Tafton Hensley. And the Raptors have indeed scored every inning today. It's now 13-6. Have yourself a day, Tafton Hensley. He's just a triple away from the cycle. This is the first time this season that the Ridgefield Raptors have hit 3 home runs in a single ball game. They've had 2, not 3. Brady Casper scores. Tafton Hensley scores. It's 13-6. Next batter's Reese Hernandez, who takes his strike. Reese, who has a single, a double, and another single on the day. He's 3 for 4. Had his fly out to right field gotten out of the yard in the 3rd inning, he would also be a triple away from the cycle. Now he grounds one back to the pitcher and over Tucker. A Tamakawa waiting on it, throwing to first, not in time. An infield single for Reese Hernandez, who is 4 for 5 now on the day. And we're only in the 6th inning. A couple of infield singles for Reese Hernandez. He's got the speed, he's got extra power as well, the double on the day. And now Caden Connor to the plate, who's got a 2 RBI single, a sac fly, another single, and a ground out. Caden Connor at the plate, still 2 outs in the inning, 2 runs in on the frame. So every inning that Ridgefield has gotten the leadoff man aboard, they've scored multiple runs. Every time they've gotten the leadoff man out, just a single run. That's the consequence. Runner on first, 2 outs. Connor takes a ball down low. 13-6 is the score. Ridgefield now 4 times as many hits as the Bells, 16-4. They had more hits yesterday despite losing. A slimmer margin, 9-8 in hits. 7-1 the final score, Bellingham winning it. But today has been Ridgefield's day in pretty much every regard. 1-0 pitch hit off the hands and into left field for a base hit. And Caden Connor gets the single. Reese Hernandez holds it second. It's blooped into left, and Daniel Jernan cuts it off on a bounce. Didn't really hit it squarely on the barrel, but he just looped it over the shortstop into left field. And Caden Connor has himself a 3-hit ball game with a trio of singles, 3 RBIs on the day. Reese Hernandez into second. It's runners in first and second for Kobe Morales. And Justin Tucker's day is finished here. He came in the 4th inning, gave up 3 runs, came back out for the 5th, gave up 1 run, came again back out to the mound in the 6th inning, has given up 2 runs. And that'll be it for Justin Tucker. Kobe Morales comes to the plate. He's got hits in all 4 at-bats today. 2 extra base hits. 3. He's got 3 doubles on the day, including 2 RBIs in the ball game. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. It's 13-6, Ridgefield leading.
At Clark Public Utilities, we know you depend on electricity every day. And even though our offices remain closed, we're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, by phone, online, and email. The past year has brought changes to many in our community, with lost jobs or reduced working hours, disrupted childcare, and the challenge of teaching the kids. If you've been financially impacted by the pandemic and can't pay your utility bill, call us or send an email right away. Eligibility for payment assistance has been expanded, so more households may qualify. Through it all, we're always here to provide you with safe and reliable service, and we're ready to help. Clark Public Utilities, ranked highest in customer satisfaction among residential mid-sized utilities in the West by J.D. Power, 13 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2020 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Clark Public Utilities, we're always here.
A day after scoring just one run in the entire ball game, Ridgefield scores 2 in the first, 4 in the second, 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth, and we're not yet done with the 6th inning. Zach Simon is the new pitcher for the Bellingham Bells out of Corbin College, the Las Vegas native, 6'1", 205. The 20-year-old comes in with a 2.02 ERA, making his 5th appearance on the season, first one against Ridgefield. And he comes in the 6th inning to face the Raptors, who have runners in first and second. Kobe Morales to the plate, the Downey, California native who came in leading the West Coast League with 30 hits. And he proceeded to double, then single, then double. That's his day so far. And he's coming up for the 5th time today. We're in the 6th inning. 2 of those doubles included RBIs. He scored twice. And at the plate for the 5th time in this ball game. 2 outs, runners in first and second. Morales sprays one down the left field line. He's been mostly pulling the ball. It hits the light pole and comes back into the field. Under the lights here on a Wednesday evening. The sun about 10 minutes away from setting, although in the cloud. It's not really easy to see the sun over there at all, but a nice day for baseball. Just have a sweatshirt with you and you'll be all right. Still fairly warm earlier today, but as we stand at 64 degrees and cloudy, and can't ask for much better. And a nice day in the Pacific Northwest. 0-1 the count to Kobe Morales. Left-handed batter takes a slider for a ball from Zach Simon. 1-1 the count to Kobe Morales, who came in with 7 doubles on the year. He's now the outright leader in the West Coast League as of last inning. With his RBI double, he's the first player in the West Coast League to get to 10 on the season. 1-1 pitch is outside and low, ball 2. Technically, Caden Connor has 10, but actually technically not, because in the exhibition. So in West Coast League games, Caden Connor had 1 against Cowlitz. So Morales is 10, according to league standings and doubles. He is in first place with 10 doubles on the year. 2-1 pitch way outside. 3-1 is the count. Runners in first and second. Ridgefield already scoring 2 runs this inning on a 2-run home run by Tafton Hensley. 3 different players have homered today, and 3 different types of homers: a solo, a 2-run home run, and a 3-run home run. So let's go for the cycle here, although not right now. There's only runners in first and second. 3-1 pitch outside, and now the bases are loaded. It's up to Grant Heiser, who's already had a home run today of the 3-run variety. Now he's got the bases loaded. As Morales draws a walk, he's aboard all 5 times today. Heiser had a sac fly in the 2nd inning, the 3-run home run in the 4th, and then he walked in the 5th. His first home run of the year back in that 4th inning. He has a hit in every game. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Ridgefield already leading by 7. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning in a game that's lasted 2 hours and 20 minutes. First pitch to Heiser, a breaking ball outside corner. Called for a strike to Grant out of Seattle University. Hit the home run using a replacement bat. His own bat was splintering, and so he had to use Cody Darcy's. And Cody himself has 4 home runs on the year, so something to do with Cody Darcy's bats has been working well. Inside on the slider, it's called a strike to Grant Heiser. Cody himself hit 3 of those home runs with a new bat that his grandma had given him for Christmas a year and a half ago. This is a different bat. Cody finally did break that fancy bat that his grandmother, Welma, had given him. And so this one's a new one. It's got his name on it. And Grant Heiser, using Cody Darcy's bat, hit a home run earlier today. He's behind 0-2 with the bases loaded and 2 outs, and he slices one foul to stay alive at 0-2. He's the 8th batter of this inning. Brad Norton on deck, the only hitter to not have a plate appearance here in the 6th. Ridgefield leading 13-6. Grant Heiser, 0-2 the count, 2 outs, bases loaded. Ridgefield already scoring in every inning today, including this one, so even if he doesn't get an RBI, we're all good. 0-2 pitch in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. And it's a 1-2 count now to Grant Heiser, criminal justice major at Seattle University. 1-2 the count from Zach Simon. The righty out of the stretch, peering into his battery mate Ezra Samperi. Comes set with his hands chest high. The 1-2 pitch to Heiser is swung on and hit foul. With 2 outs and the bases loaded, stays a 1-2 count. Heiser goes to Seattle U, and like I said, criminal justice major. He wants to be a U.S. Marshal after his baseball career concludes. And he says it'd be cool to have a interesting of a role as that. He's met someone else who's been a U.S. Marshal. His doctor has a patient who's also a U.S. Marshal, so he connected through there. 1-2 pitch, swung on and just missed it, and it's strike 3. The Raptors leave the bases loaded. They've stranded 10 today, but what does it really matter when you've scored 13? But they will still need some pitching here to make sure that the Bellingham Bells don't make a run for it in the final trimester of this ball game. We head to the 7th. It's the Raptors 13 and the Bellingham Bells 6.
Warmer weather is here, and what better way to enjoy a summer day than with a trip to the ballpark to watch exciting Ridgefield Raptors baseball. Don't miss the action on the diamond as the Ridgefield Raptors battle other Western League rivals for the championship. This safe outdoor event is a perfect outing for you and your friends. Peace Health is a proud sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors, with a team of medical experts on deck to provide your family the care you need. Treat your family to an exciting night at the ballpark and make it part of your healthy, active summer. Peace Health and Ridgefield Raptors baseball, a great double play.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Thanks for joining us on the Raptors live stream from Ridgefield, Washington. Great day of offense for the Ridgefield Raptors. 13 runs in the ball game through 6 complete innings, and they lead by 7. For the Bellingham Bells, 6 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors. For the Ridgefield Raptors, 13 runs on 17 hits and 1 error. Ridgefield has 22 hits in a ball game earlier this season, and so they still got to get 5 more to equal that. But they are about on pace with 17 so far. And so they'll try to match that. Their most runs in a ball game is 16. They've got 13 today. 13-6 the score. Jet Lotus is the new pitcher for the Ridgefield Raptors. Jet comes in here in the top of the 7th inning, making his 7th appearance on the season. Faced Yakima Valley 7 days ago. Went 1 inning, gave up 1 earned run. Has an ERA of 10.8 in 8 1/3 innings. 8 strikeouts, 10 walks, 9 hits. He's a rising sophomore at the University of Oklahoma, 5'10", 155. Starts out the 7th inning with a first pitch swung on, ground ball to short. A diving stab by Tanner Jocks. He fields, throws to first, not in time to get Malachi Knight, who now has his first base hit of the summer of 2021. Made his debut yesterday, and the incoming freshman at UCLA is aboard with an infield single. Tanner Jocks made a tremendous stop to reach out and snag that one before it got into left field. And the throw was not in time to get Knight, who has good wheels. But Tanner Jocks just to locate that ball in a hard hit grounder to get in front of it and to reach out and snag it going completely parallel to the ground. But Knight is still on first base. Looks like we do have a pinch hitter for the Bellingham Bells. Riley Parker out of Bellevue Community College by way of Snohomish, Washington. Takes a first pitch strike from Jet Lotus. Oh, 0-1 the count from Jet with a runner on first and nobody out. Soft throw over to first. Jet, who has a really firm fastball, 4-seamer. That'll hit the low to mid-90s. Also has a slider and a changeup. 0-1 pitch is a fastball, hit to right field, and coming in is Caden Connor, and he is unable to make the catch. He'll throw to second and try to get the force out, and he got him at second. It lands for a bloop single that turns into a fielder's choice as Caden Connor makes the play on a hop. He throws to second, gets the force out of Malachi Knight, who was unsure if that ball would be caught, and so he had to hang in between first and second, and that's just no man's land as with that ball getting halfway in between. If he went too far towards second, the ball got caught, then he'd get doubled up. And so he went about halfway, and the ball so shallow and couldn't tell. And Connor makes the play to second, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Caden Connor nearly made a similar play in the finale against Portland, although in a very different situation. It was bases loaded, 10th inning. Portland trying to walk it off and win the series in the rubber match in the most recent series just 3 days ago as Jet Lotus throws a ball inside to A.J. Davis, the third baseman who struck out all 3 times today. 1-0 the count to A.J. with 1 out. Lotus throws outside 2-0. Runner on first, 1 out. Ridgefield leading 13-6. In that finale against the Pickles, it was bases loaded, no outs. And Portland just scored 1 run, just got the guy in from third. It's ball game over. And they had a ground ball through the infield to the right side that landed in front of Caden Connor as this one's fouled off. It's 2-1 the count to A.J. Davis. And Caden Connor, who's playing in shallow right, after all, bases loaded, nobody out, so bring the outfielders in to make sure no bloop single gets in front of them. And who cares if the ball gets over you? It would score a run anyways. So the ball landed in front of him, and he came up throwing. He might as well throw home because the ball game's over if you don't get him there, and you'd think he'd score easily. The ball upstairs from Jet Lotus, 3-1's the count. But the runner from third did not sprint home. He thought, okay, a single to the outfield, I'm going to score easily, ball game's over. So he was jogging at first, but the ball went right to the right fielder, Caden Connor, and he came up gunning and nearly threw him out at home, which would have extended the ball game in the 10th inning. A ball inside in the 3-1 pitch, and Jet Lotus walks A.J. Davis. Runners in first and second now with 1 out. Parker at second, Davis at first, Emilio Corona the next batter. So Connor nearly got the force out. I went back and watched the replay, and the Pickles even had a really good angle of it behind home plate. And it was the correct call by the umpire. The runner just barely did touch home, but it was a force out, and Cole Ehrman had his cleat on home plate and made the catch just a half second after the runner scored, and that ended the ball game. But a good throw by Caden Connor from right field. Called strike to Emilio Corona. 1 out, runners in first and second. Or, excuse me, a called ball, it looks like. Thought he had called that a strike, but on the scoreboard it's 1-0. So ball to start out the at-bat to Emilio Corona as a home run, a walk, and a strikeout in the ball game. High on the 1-0 pitch from Jet Lotus. 1 out, 2-0 the count. Both teams scored 2 runs in the 6th inning to keep the margin at 7. It's a 13-6 score right now. Ridgefield on top by 7 runs. Losing 7-1 yesterday, but they have outpaced the Bells today. 2-0 pitch is swung on and blooped towards right field. It'll get out of play. 2-1 the count now. This game now 2.5 hours old here in Ridgefield for a game where we've seen 19 runs. It's been relatively a quick game, although we still have 3 innings to go. Here in the top of the 7th. 1 out, runners in first and second. The 2-1 pitch from Lotus, who steps over the rubber and looks towards second base. And now resets on the slab, facing Emilio Corona at the University of Washington, who turned 19 earlier this month, and he takes a ball down 3-1 from Jet Lotus. Out of Yukon, Oklahoma, pitches for his home state team, the Sooners, University of Oklahoma. Now for the Raptors out west, got a 3-1 count. And a swing and a miss from Emilio Corona on the fastball, which Jet Lotus has touched 93 so far today. That blooper into right field when Caden Connor played it on a hop and threw to second for the force out. That was also a 93-mile-an-hour fastball that Malachi Knight swung late on, and the right fielder, Ty Saunders. Now the 3-2 pitch just misses, and Jet Lotus walks Emilio Corona. The bases are loaded. 1 out here in the inning, and the Bells down by 7. Now the bases loaded, and the 9-hole hitter Ezra Samperi coming to the plate. He has a single, a double play, and a strikeout in the ball game. Finally broke a hitless streak. He was 4 for 21, had hits in each of his first 4 games, and then went hitless the next 3 games, and now had a hit today. The Gonzaga Bulldog. Faced his college teammate in the 4th inning and was doubled up in that frame off of Ben Larson. Takes a strike from Jet Lotus. Ben Larson from Gonzaga went 1 1/3 innings. 1 run off of Ben. Joey Martin started this game at 3 innings, allowing 3 runs. Hudson Leach got 2 batters out, no runs in. This one hit to left field off the bat of Sam Perry, and a sliding attempt by Micah McDowell. He did not make the catch. This will score 1 run. Now the throw in, and another runner sprints home from third. It's a 2 RBI single from Ezra Samperi, and the Bellingham Bells now trail 13-8. Micah McDowell saying he made that catch. The field umpire saying no catch on the play. Chris Cota wondering about the call. Micah McDowell went sliding for that grab in center field that would have been the second out of the inning. As it stands, the Bells scored 2 runs on the sequence. And now Chris Cota asking why the call was no catch as McDowell went down to make that grab. And 2 runs came in. The field umpire Andrew Mervin explaining his jurisdiction, and Chris Cota walks back to the dugout. 2 runs come in. It's now a 5-run ball game. 2 RBI single for Ezra Samperi. It scores A.J. Davis from second and Ryan Parker from third, or Riley Parker. Emilio Corona into second on the play. So runners in first and second, 1 out. Bellingham scoring 5 runs in the last 3 innings to make it a little more interesting. It's 13-8 now. Back to the top of the order, and Daniel Jernan to the plate, takes high ball 1. A pinch hitter now. It's Kyle Green out of Bellevue Community College, and he grounds 1 to third. It's fielded by Norton. He'll go to second, and then the throw on to first is not in time. It's a fielder's choice. Now it'll be runners on the corners. Norton probably could have run to third to get the lead runner, but a shot at the double play, so he throws to second and then on to first, with Brady Casper making the turn, but not in time to end the inning. So a 5-4 fielder's choice. And next batter is Yugo Hamakawa out of Tokyo, Japan. With 2 outs, he takes the ball down low. It's a 5-run lead for Ridgefield. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. Jet Lotus behind 1-0. Throws a fastball, and it's swung on late and fouled. 90 miles an hour on that one from Jet. He's allowed 2 walks and a single, 2 walks and 2 singles. A couple fielders' choices have been the 2 outs in this inning, including a blooper to right field. Hamakawa, left-handed batter, takes a pitch just above the belt, 2-1. Caden Connor is playing in as deep of right field as I've seen any right fielder this season. He is playing virtually on the warning track to Hamakawa, who is a pole hitter, and the wind blowing steadily out to right, so any fly ball will travel far. He hits this one to left and foul. Hamakawa does not have a home run on the season. He's only had 1 extra base hit, a double. He's hitting .288 on the year. 2-2 pitch with 2 outs. The runner goes from first, swung on and missed, and the inning is over. Jet Lotus strands runners on first and third, and that does it for the 7th inning. Bellingham 2 hits on the frame and 2 runs scored. It's a 5-run margin now. The Raptors still leading 13-8. It's time to stretch here in Ridgefield. The Raptors coming up in the bottom of the 7th after this.
Baseball is back, and Peace Health is excited to once again sponsor the Ridgefield Raptors as they vie for the West Coast League title. Raptors games make a great family outing. Bring the whole crew to the ballpark to enjoy a safe, fun outdoor event featuring the thrills of Raptors baseball. As the largest health provider in Clark County, Peace Health is ready to step up to the plate and keep your family in the game, whether it's a routine appointment or specialty emergency care. Peace Health and the Ridgefield Raptors, 2 great teams.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 105 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Bottom of the 7th inning here for the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. Brad Norton to the plate as the Raptors try to build upon their lead. 13 runs in the ball game. 13-8 is the score. a trend for Ridgefield where they've scored in every inning. Something has to give here because on one hand, Ridgefield has scored each frame, and so they could continue that here. But if they go scoreless, they'll keep a different trend alive as Bradley Norton leads off the 7th inning, a slider taken from Zach Simon, strike one. The last time that Ridgefield was held to 1 run in the ballgame, that was to Yakima Valley. They lost the series opener 10-1. But then came back the next game to score 13 runs as Norton takes another pitch, a fastball at 90 for strike 2. So they went from 1 run scored to 13. They've done the exact same thing today. They scored 1 run yesterday and then scored 13 the very next. So they do that twice in this season, a string of 2 straight home series. Slider, and Norton takes a cut at it, drop third strike, and he'll be tagged out on the base path for out number 1 here in the 7th inning. Ridgefield has gotten the leadoff man out on a strikeout 3 times today, including this inning. The other 2 times they scored 1 run in the frame. They have yet to go scoreless in an inning. Brady Casper to the plate with a walk on the day. He's 0 for 3, a run scored. Left-handed batter against right-handed pitcher, a ball outside to Brady. On this June 30th, a happy birthday, by the way, to Nick Jennings, who's not pitching today, but one of the starters for Ridgefield, celebrating birthday number 22 here today. The ball down low to Brady Casper, who's ahead 2-0 from Zach Simon. It's also good to see Rob Nyer in the ballpark earlier. Saw him down in the stands, the commissioner in the West Coast League, on hand to watch Ridgefield, and a good day that he picked to watch the Raptors. A slider in for a strike to Brady Casper, 2-1. 1 out. I was reading one of Rob Nyer's books yesterday, and here he is in the ballpark, the commish on hand. 2-1 pitch outside, 3-1 to Brady Casper. 6'2", 200-pound lefty playing second base today. Out of Oregon State, back in the batter's box, readying for the 3-1 pitch with Ridgefield ahead 13-8. With 1 out in the throw outside, and Brady Casper has worked his second walk in as many innings. He's aboard with 1 out. Next up is Micah McDowell, who was a home run earlier today. Flew out to deep center field last at bat. Had a chance to score his college teammate last inning after Brady Casper led off with a walk last inning, and Micah McDowell almost hit his fellow Oregon State player home. It was caught at the track. Brady Casper ended up scoring later that inning anyways, but still would have been nice for one Beaver to score another. And now they've got a chance again as Micah McDowell takes a big cut but misses. Brady Casper again on first base, this time in the 7th inning. 1 out, 1 on. A 13-8 lead for the Raptors. Infield and double play positioning for the Bellingham Bells. Bottom of the 7th inning, McDowell, another left-handed hitter, and takes a swing, grounds 1 on 4 hops to the shortstop Saunders, throws to second, Hamakawa to first, and it is not in time to get Micah McDowell. And the inning does not conclude on a 6-4-3 double play. And Ridgefield still has the chance to maintain their string of scoring in every inning. Casper retired at second, McDowell to first, and Tanner Jocks to the plate. Tanner's gotten aboard 1 of 3 times today. Hitting .304 on the year, just 1 extra base hit, so his on-base percentage is 100 points higher than his slugging. He's on base .431. The ball bouncing in front of the catcher, and McDowell will sprint to second. The ball going back in front of the plate, and the catcher, Sam Perry, could not find it. And McDowell in the scoring position here with 2 outs. On a wild pitch. 13-8 is the lead for Ridgefield. We'll come back tomorrow for another 6:35 start here on Thursday to conclude the series. And then the very next day, the Ridgefield Raptors play a road series 2 hours and 15 minutes south of here in Corvallis. 1-0 pitch from Zach Simon runs inside 2-0. Micah McDowell on second base from Oregon State, so he'll have a chance to play in his home stadium at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. He'll be on the opposite dugout of where the Beavers normally reside. He and Brady Casper and Jaron Hunter, the 3 Oregon State players on the roster, will go back home to Corvallis, and Beavers on the roster as well for the Knights. 2-0 pitch from Zach Simon. He throws back, and McDowell dives into second base safely on the pickoff attempt. 2 outs, runner in scoring position. Ridgefield already up 13-8. But the Bells have scored 5 runs in the last 3 innings, so some insurance would not hurt here for Ridgefield. Tanner Jocks at the plate. Out of Linfield, the shortstop has a 2-0 count from Zach Simon. Righty on righty pitcher to hitter, and he takes inside 3-0. He's already walked once today. Looking for his 9th walk in the last 4 games. It would bring up the top of the order, and Tafton Hensley would be up next. 3-0 is the count from Zach Simon. The infield and outfield playing pretty straight up, fairly deep in the outfield to Tanner Jocks. Waving the bat, readies for the 3-0, and it's called a strike from Zach Simon. 3-1 is the count. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 17 hits on the day for Ridgefield. This is the only inning where they haven't scored a run or gotten a hit, but of course that could change. Tanner Jocks at the plate with 2 outs. 3-1 is the count from Zach Simon. Takes inside, it's ball 4. And Tanner Jocks has walked twice today. 15 times on the season. He's second on the team in that category. And I don't know what changed 4 days ago. I'll have to ask him next chance, because he had gone several games in a row without drawing a walk, and then went 4 walks, and then 2 walks the next day, then 1 the next day, and then 2 more today. He's on first base. Tafton Hensley coming to the plate with a 2-run home run last inning. 2 outs, runners in first and second. Tafton also got on board via a bunt single and a double. He's coming to the plate for the first time where he's 1 triple shy of the cycle, a slider in for a strike. That home run last at bat, and so no player has hit for the cycle this season. Hensley would need a triple to do it, but he's perhaps the speediest player on the team, so if any player is going to get a triple, might as well be Tafton. Takes that slider for a strike. He's behind 0-1. Of course, even a single wouldn't do the job here. It's not like you need a triple, but it's always fun. 2 outs, runners in first and second. 5-run lead for Ridgefield. Zach Simon out of the stretch. Time is called as he starts to go into his delivery. And does not throw the ball. Tafton stepping out of the box. Time was awarded by Jordan Shepard, home plate umpire. No balls and 1 strike to Tafton Hensley out of College of the Canyons. Originally from Mooresville, North Carolina. With 2 outs, here's the pitch, a slider, and it gets away from the catcher, and both runners will advance 90 feet. Hensley checked his swing. Micah McDowell into third, Tanner Jocks to second. On the wild pitch, McDowell got aboard on a fielder's choice, and he has twice advanced on wild pitches. It's now 1-1 to Tafton Hensley, right-handed hitter. 2 doubles on the year, now 3 home runs, including the 2-run bomb last inning. He is 3 for 5 on the ball game, similar to his 3 for 5 performance against Portland 4 days ago, including a home run. Today again, he's also 3 for 5 with a home run. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's swung on. Off the hands, looked like a broken bat. The third baseman coming in, and he will not have a throw. A.J. Davis could not get there in time. Hensley with the speed. An RBI infield single for Tafton Hensley. And the Raptors do indeed score in every inning so far. We're in the 7th, and that's the first run in on the frame. And that is the 3rd RBI on the day for Tafton. Doesn't get the cycle, but hey, a single ain't bad. It scores Micah McDowell from third. The wild pitch comes back to bite the Bellingham Bells. Into third base is Tanner Jocks. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. Reese Hernandez to the plate. 4 for 5 in the ball game. Hernandez takes a strike in the outside corner from Zach Simon. 14-8 is the score now, bottom of the 7th. Ridgefield on top. The only thing Reese Hernandez has not done today is get an RBI. He's got 3 singles and a double. But no runs batted in yet. That could change here. 0-1 pitch to Reese is outside, ball 1. 4 for 5 with 3 runs scored. So 4 hits, 3 runs. He's had quite the day for Reese, who was already on a 6-game hitting streak. And he doesn't worry about saving any for tomorrow. He gets 4 hits today. 1-1 pitch is just low. Ball 2 to Reese. The 4 hits today, by the way, is a season high for Reese Hernandez. He did have 3 in multiple games earlier this season, but not 4. Scoring 3 times equals a summer high. 2-1 pitch, bends in for a strike. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Ridgefield up by 6. They have scored 1 run in alternating innings of late and scored in every inning. Overall, Zach Simon looking over at first base. Tafton Hensley, a medium-sized lead. Out of the stretch comes Zach Simon, and the righty deals just off the plate, and the at-bat continues. It's a full count now to Reese Hernandez. His only time where he didn't get on base, he hammered a ball to right field for a flyout. Now he's got an RBI opportunity with runners in the corners and 2 outs. Payoff pitch from Zach Simon. Out of the stretch, here it comes. Swung on and hit a high chopper behind the mound. Fielded by Simon. He throws to first in time to get the out just barely. And Reese Hernandez couldn't quite get his 5th hit of the ball game. Nearly had his 3rd infield single of the day. But that ends the inning. 1 run in on the frame on 1 hit, an RBI infield single by Tafton Hensley. We're up to 18 hits in the ball game and 14 runs. It's 14-8. Ridgefield leads through 7 complete innings.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
Wow, I love family road trips. Wind in my ears, treats in my mouth, and peace of mind knowing Les Schwab did our tires, brakes, and alignment. Like Les Schwab, my family's safety is my first priority. Well, that and squeaky toys.
Les Schwab Tires, proud to be ranked #1 in overall customer satisfaction for aftermarket tire replacement by J.D. Power 2 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2021 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
We head to the 8th inning here in Ridgefield. Thanks for joining us for a fun game so far as the Raptors try to even up this series of 1 game apiece. Ben Lake comes to the mound here for the Ridgefield Raptors out of California, Berkeley. Ben trying to maintain the 6-run lead as Ridgefield takes a 14-8 advantage, scoring in every run, including 1 run last inning. And Ben Lake, coming off his best appearance of the year, has made 3 trips out of the bullpen this season. Went 1 1/3 innings, allowed no runs, struck out 3 of the 5 batters he faced in Portland 4 days ago. Now he starts out the 8th inning with a slider that just misses the batter for the Bellingham Bells, Luis Aviles, who had a sac fly in the 6th inning. He's 0 for 3 in the ball game. In the top of the 8th inning, Ben Lake on the mound with a 6-run advantage, pumps in a fastball for a called strike. Ben Lake has a 2-seam fastball with some sinker action, a 4-seam fastball, a split change, and a slider. He's from Woodland Hills, California. Plays for Cal Berkeley. 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball that misses low. 2-1 the count for Ben Lake. Defensive alignment is still Reese Hernandez in left field, Micah McDowell in center, Caden Connor in right, Bradley Norton and Tanner Jocks, the infielders on the left side, Brady Casper and Kobe Morales on the right side. Grant Heiser, the battery mate. 2-1 pitch from Ben Lake is over the batter and ball 3. Struggles a little bit with command here to open up this 8th inning. This first batter, 3-1 is the count to Luis Aviles out of Tulane University. The talk in the bullpen earlier today about the news out of the NCAA earlier today that'll create some waves around college athletics. 3-1 pitch misses high to Aviles, ball 4. Leadoff man aboard on a walk. The NCAA announcing today that it is suspending the rule that prohibits student athletes from monetizing their name, image, and likeness. And so the ramifications of that mean players can now monetize their social media accounts. They could sell autographs. They could teach camps and lessons. They could start their own businesses, appear in advertisements, all that sort of stuff that has not been allowed. Gets a strike on the first pitch from Ben Lake to the second man of this inning, Cole Hinkleman. One out, nobody out, one on for the Bellingham Bells here in the top of the 8th inning. Ridgefield leading 14-8. Ben Lake throws outside 1-1. The count for Ben Lake. So that's a big change in the NCAA, effective tomorrow. And all of a sudden, student athletes have a lot more leeway than they have. 1-1 pitch is just outside as Hinkleman held back on the swing, and it missed for ball 2. 2-1 the count, nobody out, one on. On deck is Malachi Knight with an infield single last at bat. Ben Lake out of the stretch. The 2-1 pitch runs outside, 3-1. The Ridgefield Raptors player who perhaps has the most to gain from that, and there may be a few who can work out some opportunities, make some money, maybe everybody. I don't know. It's sort of a big question mark, is exactly what will this look like over the next few weeks, months, and years. Called strike to Hinkleman. It's a full count now from Ben Lake. Got behind in the count and works it back to full to Hinkleman, who has a pair of walks and a pair of strikeouts today. Now has a payoff pitch from Ben Lake upcoming. With a runner on first and nobody out in the top of the 8th. Here comes Ben. Slider that got him on the outside corner looking. And Ben Lake strikes out the second batter he faces. His 4th strikeout on the summer. One down in the top of the 8th. Runner on first. So the player who perhaps has the most to gain is Cody Darcy, who's played third base most games this year for the Ridgefield Raptors. And like I said, there's multiple different players who have their own opportunities, but Cody is the most obvious one with some opportunities. The pitch inside gets away from Heiser. The catcher throws down to second and almost gets a running Aviles, who advances on the wild pitch safely into second. 1-0 is the count to Malachi Knight, incoming freshman at UCLA. Cody Darcy got somewhat social media famous last year. And during the COVID pause, he and some teammates at Xavier started making some videos and put them on TikTok, the social media app, as Ben Lake throws outside 2-0 to Malachi Knight. A couple of them got pretty big, some of them getting over, at least one of them got over 1 million views and got featured on Sports Center and kind of got big around the sports world. He's up to about 120,000 followers on TikTok, is the Ridgefield Raptors third baseman. He's not playing today, but he's played most games this year. 2-0 pitch has been inside, 3-0 is the count from Ben Lake. So I asked Cody, are you going to be able to monetize that? What are you going to do? He said, I don't know what it'll look like, but I've already been asked tons of times by companies to put their stuff in my videos, but I've always had to tell them no, because by NCAA rule, I've never been able to. 3-0 pitch from Ben Lake is a called strike. He showed me the log of, there's a part in the TikTok app where it's monetization, and it just shows all the companies offering money or clothes or whatever it may be, and there were dozens and dozens of them. But he's just always said no because he doesn't want to break the rules. 3-1 pitch from Ben Lake is under the hands, ball 4. And he walks Malachi Knight. Runners in first and second now. One out, top of the 8th inning. Ridgefield leading 14-8 in this ball game. Trying to snap a 3-game losing streak and have a shot at their 5th series win in 7 tries. The Corvallis Knights in a lightning delay at last I checked, and it's 2-0 in the bottom of the 3rd when that game was delayed. Swung on in the first pitch, and it's a looper to the second baseman. Sliding catch. Ty Saunders lines one to Brady Casper, and he makes a feet-first sliding grab for the put-out. A nice play by the second baseman for Ridgefield. Coming over on that little blooper in the gap between first and second base, and Brady Casper had to run a ways towards first base to get in front of that ball and made a basket catch for the out. And there's 2 down here in the 8th inning. A.J. Davis to the plate. Ben Lake 1 out away from throwing a scoreless 8th inning. Throws a ball upstairs to A.J. Davis. Regardless, just big news out of the NCAA, just seeing what that'll change around the country. College athletics will be altered, but big shift around the country that the players were excited about for sure and already starting to brainstorm what they're going to do. Swung on and missed by A.J. Davis, 1-1's the count with 2 outs, runners in first and second. 6-run margin, Raptors on top. 8th inning here from Ridgefield. 3 games behind the Corvallis Knights, who they'll face next series. They could gain a half game if they win here over the Bells. 1-1 pitch from Ben Lake at the belt and called a strike. 1-2 to the Lewis Clark State infielder, A.J. Davis. At some point we'll see Eli Schubert, Lewis Clark State relief pitcher. Probably won't be today. I'm guessing he'll throw tomorrow for Ridgefield. 1-2 pitch from Ben Lake, slider that misses low. 2-2. A.J. Davis from Lewis Clark State. And he's at the plate with a 2-2 count, 2 outs, 2 on. 6-run lead for Ridgefield. Ben Lake out of the stretch, throws and bounces it in front of the catcher. Gets behind Heiser, and both runners will advance. With now 2 runners in scoring position. Knight into second base and Aviles into third. Still the lead is intact at 6 runs. Ridgefield has not trailed today. Scored 6 runs before Bellingham got on the board with 3 runs in the third, but Ridgefield has continued to put up insurance runs ever since then. They lead at 14-8 right now. 2-2 is the count with 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Ben Lake. Swung on and grounded to first base and just foul. And keeps it a 2-2 count. 3-2, excuse me. There was a ball before that foul ball. So it's a full count with runners in second and third to A.J. Davis. On deck is Emilio Corona. Ben Lake comes set for the second payoff pitch of this at-bat. 2 outs. Out of the stretch comes Ben Lake. Throws in, beans the batter, and that loads the bases. 87 miles an hour, and Ben Lake hits him square on the back, and A.J. Davis spins around in some pain, but he's able to trot down to first. Good to see that he's okay. Right in the middle of the back, and A.J. Davis draws the first hit by pitch for either team tonight. Emilio Corona to the plate, who had a home run earlier today. It's a 6-run margin, so even a home run doesn't tie it here, but we're in the 8th inning, and Ridgefield would like to keep the margin as large as they can. Corona's reached base every time today. 2 outs, bases loaded. Ben Lake throws outside, ball 1. There is up somebody throwing in the Ridgefield bullpen. That is Carson Walters warming up out of Gonzaga. Ben Lake out of Cal Berkeley. The 1-0 pitch from Ben is skipped, and Grant Heiser scoops it. 2-0, bases loaded, 2 outs. Nobody has scored this inning, but the Bells have put runners on base on 3 free passes, 2 walks and a hit by pitch. But Ben Lake does have 2 outs in the inning. Could get out of it stranding 3. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Ben. Fastball just above the belt. 3-0 is the count with the bases juiced. This has been a microcosm of the Bellingham offense today. They don't have a lot of hits on the day, but they've scored 8 runs on just 6 hits. It's been walks and strikeouts on the day for Bellingham. 3-0 pitch from Ben Lake is in there for a strike. The Bells have struck out 14 times today. That should be good for 2 taco coupons. They give those out after 7 strikeouts, and the Ridgefield pitchers have struck out 14 today. But they have also given up 13 walks. So equal in free passes with 1 hit by pitch. So 14 strikeouts, 14 free passes. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and it is just above the belt. It's an RBI walk for Emilio Corona, who has walked 3 straight innings. And it brings up the 9-hole hitter, Ezra Samperi, as that scores Luis Aviles. It's now 14-9, Ridgefield on top. Samperi had a 2 RBI single last inning. Is 2 for 4 in the ball game. Ben Lake will chat with his catcher, Grant Heiser, for a moment. Carson Walters continuing to warm up out in left field. Bases remain loaded, 2 outs. Top of the 8th inning. Bellingham has scored in 4 straight innings today. This game now 3 hours old, and Ridgefield just needing 4 more outs in this contest. Ben Lake throws. Sam Perry, big swing and a miss. Looks like, it's Kyle Green, the pinch hitter out of Bellevue Community College, who had that 2 RBI single. And Green at the plate takes outside 1-1 the count. And Green had that single in the 7th inning last time when he came in to pinch hit. Now at the plate again for another RBI opportunity. That's a 1-1 count, bases loaded, 2 outs from Ben Lake out of the stretch. Comes to the plate, slider gets through the legs of Heiser, bounces off the backstop, and Heiser collected it quickly. The runner started to come from third, but then Malachi Knight goes back, and a good decision because that ball bounced straight back to the catcher, and he would have tagged out Malachi Knight, most likely. I think he would have gotten back there in time. And Malachi making the correct decision for the youngster, recent high school grad, and decides not to risk it. After all, you're down by 5. You need a lot of runs, not just one, so no reason to risk it. Green at the plate. Bases loaded, 2-1 count from Ben Lake. Here's the pitch, a fastball in there, strike 2. 1 run in the inning. Lake, if he gets out of it here, would be happy to concede just the 1. Still a 5-run ball game, but the bases are loaded with 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Ridgefield has led all of today. Bellingham trying to make it a ball game again. And a 5-run margin. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ben Lake kicks, throws, it's outside to the backstop again, and again the runners all holding. This one got a little bit more far away from the plate, but again the runners staying, and it's a full count with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Bottom of the 8th inning. Ben Lake taking a longer jaunt back to the slab and about to correct and throw a strike here. Even a home run wouldn't tie the game, but a walk would keep the bases loaded and the tying run would come to the plate. Out of the stretch for the payoff pitch with 2 outs. Ben Lake throws. It's swung on and hit to third base. Foul. And we'll see another payoff pitch with 2 outs. The bases loaded. It feels similar to the Portland game in the series opener 4 days ago, when Ridgefield led the whole game. They scored multiple runs in the first few innings and never trailed, but the lead never felt big enough because Portland kept on scoring runs. And it feels similar today, where Bellingham has scored 9 runs, and even though the Bells have never led, it feels like they could in a moment. Here's the payoff pitch. It is high, ball 4, and another RBI walk. The tying run will come to the plate here in the 8th inning. It's now 14-10. Green gets his 3rd RBI in the ball game. Came in the 7th inning. That scores Malachi Knight. A.J. Davis in the 3rd, Emilio Corona to 2nd. And Kyle Green to 1st. And that might be it for Ben Lake. Gives up 2 walks for the bases loaded, and that's all for Ben. And this 8th inning will continue on the other half of a pitching break. I believe it'll be Carson Walters coming in out of Gonzaga University. Indeed, Carson trots in. We'll give you his numbers when we return in the bottom of the 8th inning, when the tying run will come to the plate in the form of Daniel Jernan for the Bellingham Bells. Stay with us here on the Raptors live stream.
Stepped outside and a hornet stung my head. Got ants around the scene, and I am starting to think. The experts that I know are gonna make me pest free. Another turnaround around the pest control. Killing your bugs and rodents, baby. The turnaround around the pest control. Call today, get a quote for free.
Hey baseball fans, after the game visit A&A, the area's premier gaming, dining, entertainment, and meeting destination. A&A is a proud supporter of the Ridgefield Raptors and the perfect place to meet up with friends after a Raptors win for dinner, drinks, and great times. Keep the fun and excitement going after the 9th inning and grab beers at Tom's Urban. Or enjoy a perfectly cooked porterhouse at Michael Jordan's Steakhouse. With 100,000 square feet of gaming space, 15 different restaurants, bars, and retail outlets to choose from, A has just what you need to turn your night at the ballgame into a night you won't forget. A, just off I-5 at exit 16, ILANIresort.com.
Well, the bases are loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th inning, tying run at the plate after this pitching break with Carson Walters, the new thrower. He's the 7th pitcher of the ball game for Ridgefield. The Twin Falls, Idaho native comes in out of Gonzaga University, the 5'11", 190-pound left-hander. Just finished his freshman year at Gonzaga. He's pitched 4 times for the Ridgefield Raptors this summer. He has an ERA of 7.71. Gave up 2 earned runs against Portland 4 days ago. And 1 run each in innings against Yakima Valley and Bend. Now comes out against the Bellingham Bells in a tough situation. Bases juiced, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th inning, top of the 8th inning. And it's a 14-10 lead for Ridgefield, but it is in jeopardy like it rarely has been today. At the plate for the Bellingham Bells, Daniel Jernan, left fielder, hitting .232. He's got 3 home runs on the year. Has walked 3 times today and scored each time. The right-hand hitter against left-handed pitcher Carson Walters here to continue the 8th inning. First pitch from Walters is high ball 1. Ridgefield walking the last couple hitters to score runs with the bases loaded. And Carson Walters behind 1-0 with the bases loaded. Out of the stretch, throws a check swing. He held back. It's high ball 2. 2-0 is the count to Daniel Jernan out of Lower Columbia College, originally from Cloverdale, British Columbia. With Bells all the way around the base paths here in the 8th inning. 2-0 pitch from Walters. This time blooped foul behind home plate. First swing of the at-bat for Daniel Jernan, the 21-year-old who had 3 home runs. They were all in a quick stretch midway through this month, June 12th through 16th. He had 3 home runs and then hasn't hit one the last 2 weeks, but he's got the power to do so. 2-1 pitch from Walters is in the zone for a called strike. 2-2's the count. 1 strike away from ending it with 2 runs in on the inning. Keep it a 4-run ball game here in the top of the 8th. 2-2's the count. Here comes Walters. It is high ball 3, and we'll see another full count situation. Ben Lake was unable to finish the job last couple batters. He comes out for Carson Walters, and now Carson has a payoff pitch. Up next, facing Daniel Jernan. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's the payoff. It is swung on and fouled back. See another one from Carson Walters here with the game coming down to the wire, where the game rarely does with the team scoring 14 runs, but Bellingham fighting hard today and continuing to scrap, scoring most of their runs in the latter half of the game, not letting it get out of hand. 14-10's the score. Here's the second payoff pitch. Walters throws a check swing, and he got him swinging. A drop third strike. He tags him out at the plate, and the inning is over. Carson Walters does his job. He comes in with the bases loaded and gets the strikeout to end the frame. And we are done with the top of the 8th inning. 2 runs come in on no hits in the inning. It was merely some free passes, 4 walks and a hit by pitch on the frame. But that's all she wrote for the 8th. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Raptors trying to extend their 14-10 lead.
Baseball is back, and Peace Health is excited to once again sponsor the Ridgefield Raptors as they vie for the West Coast League title. Raptors games make a great family outing. Bring the whole crew to the ballpark to enjoy a safe, fun outdoor event featuring the thrills of Raptors baseball. As the largest health provider in Clark County, Peace Health is ready to step up to the plate and keep your family in the game, whether it's a routine appointment or specialty emergency care. Peace Health and the Ridgefield Raptors, 2 great teams.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, regional and express service to Portland, and connector service within the city limits of Camas, LaCentre, and Ridgefield. And if you don't have cash, no problem. C-Tran now accepts digital payments with Hop FastPass. So hit a home run and leave the driving to us. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
If you like runs and you like players on the base paths, watch this game and the final couple innings. 24 runs in the contest, 14 of them by the Ridgefield Raptors. 24 hits, 18 of them by Ridgefield. Bellingham just patient at the plate. They haven't hit it well. They've struck out 15 times, but the Bells have also drawn 15 walks and 1 hit by pitch as well. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning, which Ridgefield hopes is their last time at the plate. Caden Connor comes up. 14-10 is the lead. Caden at the plate with 3 hits on the day, plus a sac fly. He's 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs on the ball game to get him up to 23 on the season for Caden Connor and the Ridgefield Raptors, which ties him at first place in the West Coast League with Noah Williamson, a player that Ridgefield's very familiar with, having seen him 6 times already this season in Yakima Valley. Caden to lead off here in the bottom of the 9th against Zach Simon, who comes back in for another inning in relief for Bellingham. Simon out of the windup to start out the bottom of the 8th and throws outside, ball 1. Whichever happens today and tomorrow, these two teams will have opposite records. They came in 11-7 for Ridgefield, 7-11 for Bellingham. So obviously now it's with yesterday's win for the Bells, it's 11-8 for Ridgefield, 8-11 for the Bells. Caden Connor splays one foul down the third base line. 1-1's the count with nobody out to start in the bottom of the 8th inning. Caden Connor out of Cal State Fullerton. And trying to go for his 4th hit today and match Reese Hernandez. A called ball, 2-1 to Caden Connor. Reese, who is the most recent, he's the 2-hole hitter. Caden, the 3rd hitter in the lineup today. Reese is 4 for 6 in the ball game. Caden 3 for 4. Caden takes the 2-1 pitch outside. It's 3-1 to Caden, who has not walked today. Doesn't walk a ton, just 5 on the season. That's part of why he has the most at-bats in the West Coast League. He's been the leadoff hitter big chunk of this season, and the fewer times you walk, the more at-bats you get, since a walk is merely a plate appearance, not an at-bat. And here's a 3-1 pitch to Caden. Hits it off the hands, bloops it into shallow left field. Tough play coming in as the left fielder. He cannot get there. It bounces fair and goes into foul territory, and Caden Connor is into second for a leadoff double. His 11th double of the year, and he reties the lead with Kobe Morales for first in the West Coast League. Technically his 10th in the league play, with one against Cowlitz and an exhibition. So Caden Connor came in with 9 doubles on the year. Kobe was 7. Morales, who's now at the plate, had 3 in this ball game to get up to 10. And then Caden Connor hit one to himself get up to 10. Now Morales at the plate with a chance at 11. Morales has doubled thrice today. Nobody out runner on second, bottom of the 8th. Caden Connor at second base. Morales, first pitch, slams it to center field. Going back as the center fielder makes the catch at the warning track. Knight pulls it in. Caden Connor tags and heads to third. Gets there standing up. So a productive out, but an out nonetheless for Kobe Morales, who has finally retired for the first time today. And allowed out at that. A fly out that took him to the warning track and straightaway center. Morales drops to a paltry 4 for 5 with 3 doubles, a walk, and 2 runs scored, plus 2 RBIs. But he finally gets out. It brings up Grant Heiser, who's had a nice day himself with a 3-run home run in the middle of his day, back in the 4th inning. Helping make the difference, which stands at 4 runs right now. Ridgefield leading 14-10. Insurance run at third base right now with 1 out. Heiser at the plate, and first pitch swinging to third base, wide of the diving third baseman Davis. It'll get into left field for a base hit. Caden Connor scores. Grant Heiser holds at first for an RBI single. Grant Heiser has 5 RBIs now on the ball game, which is a season high for the catcher. Heiser has already gotten a hit in every single game. He only had 1 RBI on the season coming in. He gets 5 today. Scores Caden Connor and Bradley Norton to the plate. With 1 out, runner on first. It's on the inside corner, strike 1 to Bradley. Ridgefield continues to score every inning as if they close out the top of the 9th and hold the lead. They wouldn't need to come to the bat in the bottom of the 9th inning, so they would officially score in every inning that they came to the plate. The 0-1 pitch to Bradley Norton from Zach Simon. Slider waits on it and pokes it foul. 0-2 the count to Bradley with a runner on first. 1 out, Ridgefield leading 15-10. That's their 20th hit on the season. If they get 2 more this inning, they'll match their season high. And this may be their most impressive game. They did have 22 hits and 16 runs in the game earlier, but that was against the Bend Elks when the Elks didn't have all their players yet. Norton checks his swing on the 0-2 and holds back. It's a ball high. 1-2 is the count. 1 out, runner on first, bottom of the 8th inning. The extra insurance run could prove helpful since Bellingham has scored multiple runs in 3 innings in a row. They're on a streak now, and that one in there for a called 3rd strike. Bradley Norton down for the strikeout. Brings up Brady Casper with 2 away here in the 8th inning. Casper has scored once today. He's walked twice. When the Bellingham Bells come to the bat in the bottom of the 9th, or in the top of the 9th, it'll be Yugo Hamakawa leading off, who has a double and an RBI single on the day. Casper takes a first pitch strike. 0-1 the count with 2 outs. To the left-hand hitting Brady Casper against Zach Simon. Bellingham trying to keep their bullpen fresh. They've only used 3 pitchers today. Ridgefield used 7 so far. Casper holds back on the swing. It's 1-1 now to Brady. Tomorrow, the expected starter for the Ridgefield Raptors is Brock Gillis at the University of Washington. They'll try to get the win in the series finale and hopefully rubber match for Ridgefield if they can hold on to the lead here. 1-1 pitch is on the outside half, called strike 2 at 89 miles an hour from Zach Simon. 2 outs in the inning, bottom of the 8th, runner on first. 6 hits on the day for Bellingham, 20 for Ridgefield. Here's the 1-2 pitch, way outside. 2-2 is the count. Bellingham came in with the best ERA in the West Coast League and the best batting average against. They have not been easy to hit, but Ridgefield has just done a number on the Bellingham Bells, giving up 15 runs and 20 hits today. 2-2 pitch from Zach Simon, swung on and sliced down the left field line, but foul towards the parking lot, and may have gotten over the retaining wall fence and threatening some parked cars over there, but maybe it was kept in by the fence. Hard to see over in the dark down in deep left field. Playing under the lights here in the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex on a chillier day relative to the weekend. 2-2 pitch to Brady Casper, down low. And it'll be a payoff pitch with 2 outs upcoming to Brady. 5-run margin for the Raptors. Bellingham has been so good pitching-wise. They've only given up double-digit runs once this season. They gave up 13 to Wenatchee, and that was the only time they've given up more than 10 runs in a ball game. Brady Casper slices one down the left field line, foul by about 2 feet, if that. And it's a well-hit ball that's just off the line. Casper has to walk back to home plate for what would have been a double and perhaps an RBI for Brady, who has 1 double on the year. Joined the team for the Bend series about 2 weeks ago. As a payoff pitch upcoming with 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Man on first. The outfield playing fairly back, especially the third baseman all the way in the back of the infield. Payoff pitch from Zach Simon. Slider inside and down, ball 4. Brady Casper walks for his 3rd straight time. And Micah McDowell comes to the plate. 2 Oregon State Beavers coming up back-to-back. The only thing is when one of those Beavers gets on board, the other doesn't get on. But then when Brady Casper hasn't gotten on board, Micah McDowell has done well. McDowell had a homer back in the 3rd inning after Casper had struck out. But then when Brady has walked the last couple times, McDowell has not gotten a hit. Now Casper walks, and we'll see if McDowell can keep the momentum going. 2 outs, runners in 1st and 2nd. McDowell takes ball 1. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning, Ridgefield ahead 15-10. McDowell got his first extra base hit of the season today. He came in with 17 at-bats. He had 5 singles, so good batting average, but just hadn't slugged anything to the alleys. And then he not only gets one to right center field, it leaves the yard back in the 3rd inning for a solo home run. Left-handed hitter trying to get his 2nd hit of the ball game. Also had a loud fly out to center field a couple innings ago. Takes ball 2 outside. 5-run lead for Ridgefield. Looks like a lightning delay continuing to stymie the ball game between the Corvallis Knights and the Bend Elks. And actually they just got underway again as of a minute ago. So they're going to resume play in the 3rd inning down in Bend here at 10 o'clock. 2-0 pitch to Micah McDowell is a called strike. 2 outs, runners in 1st and 2nd in the bottom of the 8th. Ridgefield 15 and the Bellingham Bells 10. So that undoubtedly will be the final game to finish between the Knights and the Elks. That is, unless there's an extra inning game. After all, Yakima Valley went 16 innings a few days ago. They're still only in the 5th inning against Port Angeles. A called strike to Micah McDowell at the knees. And it's 2-2 to Micah. 2 outs, 2 on. Bottom of the 8th inning. Cowlitz and Walla Walla could be going to extras. They're in the 9th inning, knotted up at 4 apiece. 2-2 pitch to Micah McDowell. Takes a big swing and misses it, and the inning is over. Ridgefield still scores 1 in the frame to get to 15 runs on the ball game. 2 hits in the inning. They have scored in every inning today. Now they just need to hold the Bellingham Bells. It's a 15-10 score as we head to the 9th.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
Join the Ridgefield Raptors for warm sunshine, great food, and exciting top-level college baseball at the Rourke. Bring your family, friends, neighbors, and coworkers for a relaxing night outdoors this season. Your group can welcome us on the Les Schwab left field platform, the Leonard Homes and Dick Hanna Grass Berms, or the First Centennial and Wellhaven Pet Health picnic areas. There's nothing like a Ridgefield Raptors summer baseball game. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
3 outs away from tying the series at 1 game apiece. It's Carson Walters getting the nod. Came in last inning with the bases loaded and 2 outs, struck out the 1 batter he faced, and he's back on for the final 3 outs of the inning, or of the ball game. Came on with the tying run at the plate, so it's actually a save opportunity for Carson Walters, which there have not been all that many save opportunities this season for Ridgefield. And that's just how saves work. You got to have a close game in 9th inning, and the single pitcher getting the last few outs, and there's only a limited number of opportunities for all that. And so even though Ridgefield has won more games than they've lost, and that tends to help, there's only been 1 save on the season. Andrew Trotman has it. Carson Walters could get another. First batter he faces, Yugo Hamakawa, throws a ball to start out the top of the 9th inning. It's 15-10, Ridgefield leading. Needing 3 more outs, Walters throws outside ball 2 to Hamakawa. Gonzaga Bulldog pitcher against Northwest Oklahoma State Ranger hitter. Here to open up the 9th inning. Hamakawa's had a nice day. An RBI double, 2 RBI double, an RBI single, and a walk. Now a strike from Walters. 2-1 is the count from Carson. To Yugo Hamakawa, 5'8", 160-pounder out of Tokyo. Swings and hits one a mile high on the infield, right side. Morales calling for it. The first baseman leans over and makes the catch in fair territory. And 1 out here in the 9th inning. That's one of the ways to get a save is come in the ball game with the tying run on base, at bat, or in the on-deck circle, and that was the case last inning for Carson Walters. It was a 4-run lead, but bases were loaded, so got the out there in the 8th, and now trying to finish out the 9th to get the save and get the 12th win of the season for Ridgefield. This is the 20th game of the summer in West Coast League play for the Raptors. A called strike to Luis Aviles. 0-1 the count from Carson Walters. 15-10 the score. Ridgefield racking up 20 hits today, 2 shy of their season high. 0-1 pitch. This swung on and missed. A called strike. Oh, 0-2 the count to Aviles, who has a sac fly, but no hits on the contest. Walters out of the stretch. The 0-2 bounced in front of the plate. And it kind of caught Grant Heiser in a bad spot near the arm or shoulder area. It kind of works out the shoulder and seems to be okay. He's a tough kid. And he's back to his crouch behind the dish. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on base in the top of the 9th inning. 15-10 is the score. Walters throws, blows it by the barrel of Aviles, who strikes out swinging. That is the 16th strikeout by Ridgefield Raptors pitchers today. Cole Hinkleman, the next batter, who himself has struck out 3 of those times. Joey Martin had 5 strikeouts. Ben Larson had 3. Hudson Leach had 2. Jacob Fried had 2. A called strike on Hinkleman. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 9th, an 0-1 count. Jet Lotus had a strikeout. Ben Lake had a strikeout. Carson Walters has 2. 7th pitcher of the game. This one's hit to center field, a blooper in front of McDowell. It'll land for a base hit, and this game is not over yet. It's 15-10, Raptors leading, but Hinkleman extends it at least 1 more batter. He's on base with a 2-out single here in the 9th inning, and Malachi Knight to the plate, who had his first career single in the West Coast League in the 7th. Debuted yesterday, 0-for-4 for the incoming freshman at UCLA. Followed up that single with a walk and a run scored last inning. Now he's at the plate, swings at the first pitch, hits it to center field. McDowell coming in, looking up into the lights, and makes the catch. The ball game has been completed. 25 runs in the game, 27 hits, most of them the Raptors. The final score from Ridgefield, it's 15-10. The Raptors win it with 20 hits on the ball game. We'll run through the lineup and give you all the final numbers here on the series evening win for Ridgefield. Kobe Morales leads the way with 3 doubles in the ball game, but all 4 hitters, the first 4 hitters in the lineup, all had 4 hits. How about that for Ridgefield? Tapton Henze leads off, goes 4 for 6. Reese Hernandez bats second, goes 4 for 6. Caden Connor batting third, goes 4 for 5. Kobe Morales batting fourth, goes 4 for 5. They also combined for 8 RBIs and 10 runs scored all by themselves. And that wasn't all them. Grant Heiser was the next batter. He had 2 hits himself, so the first 5 batters all had multiple hits. Then Bradley Norton had 1 hit in the ball game, a double for the 6-hole hitter. Micah McDowell, the 8-hole hitter, went 1 for 6 with a home run and 2 runs scored. And that was the offense on the day. Tanner Jocks and Brady Casper also contributed with a run scored and 5 walks between them. Joey Martin went 3 innings, gave up 3 earned runs, 5 strikeouts. Again, on the ball game, 16 strikeouts on the contest. Not 100% sure who'll be credited with the win. Most likely, I'm thinking Ben Larson or perhaps Hudson Leach, who came in relief in the 4th and 5th innings.
And Carson Walters gets the save. Ridgefield improves to 12-8 on the year. They'll improve a half game on the standings against Corvallis. The Knights still working against the Bend Elks. There are 2 lightning delays that happened today around the West Coast League. One of them concluded Cowlitz and Walla Walla in the 9th inning. They'll pick it up tomorrow. Meanwhile, Corvallis and Bend say, no, let's get this game underway and finish it today. Now they're in the 5th inning with the Knights leading 2-0 over Bend. Portland is leading Wenatchee 7-0. Port Angeles and Yakima Valley tied 1-1 in the 5th inning. And those are the scores around the West Coast League. Again, the final here from Ridgefield is the Raptors 15 and the the Bellingham Bells 10. We conclude the series tomorrow. The winner of that game wins the series and heads into the final series of the first half on a high note. 15-10 the final score. See you tomorrow night at 6:35. I'm Josh Worden signing off from Ridgefield. Thanks to Sam Mosier, Hugh Foster, and everyone else who makes these broadcasts possible. See you tomorrow at 6:35 from the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. So long, everybody.